What up, Greg?
Greg?
I got
Oh my
like scared
God.
for a second. I was like,
What
who's
if-
joining?
just gaslights us all campaign. You swear it looks just like L, and then like 2
That's all
games
it is.
later, you were wrong. It wasn't L. God damn it!
Just lead you
How
on the
many
most elaborate goose chase.
Chases every time.
Why are there suddenly so many people with green hair?
They're all so short.
Why are you
This
all
just in
halfway? Why
purple
you all have
context
green
becomes
hair?
super popular.
Yeah, it's just the latest trend in the halfling community right now. Green hair.
Damn you.
I'm gonna send a message to you. Tell all the other halflings with green hair, if you don't get rid of your goddamn green hair, you're gonna die.
I'm not gonna say that. Okay.
Everyone get some music,
Use
play
the
some
Lord.
tasty jams.
In the house of
Are you
the
starting anywhere in
Invisible.
particular? Yeah, beginning of the playlist.
That's what I'm doing.
Just the same one, yeah. Same Strixhaven playlist. I can repost it if we need.
Oh, I
I
have it. I
a
just
soundboard.
wanted
I
to,
just
like,
play what's appropriate.
The links are just buried in memes.
Yeah. I'm not there. I'm restless.
I
Just-
wouldn't have it any other way. It's not a complaint.
Just to double check clarification, because spell slots, the invisibility was this day, right? You just did this like within the hours like leading up to.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, it would have been maybe, I don't know, 2-ish hours before you guys head out to the theater, basically.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, you told me I
Making
only had
sure
an
my-
hour. I had
Yes,
2 whole
making sure
hours.
my
Yeah,
resources are all in order.
2 whole hours to do this, and you told me I only had an hour.
I should make sure you're on
You only
time.
have an hour for the spell.
Oh.
Is that why I turned visible after an hour?
Well,
I thought you just sucked the spells.
All right. If we're all ready, we'll hop back into our session here as we would see the sun begin to set on the coastal port city of Port Starsail. The city would be alive this particular night. Many people moving about the space. As we sort of pan to the Tailspun Theater, there would be a fair crowd. Not just sort of standing around, idling about, seeing who's coming, who's going, but there would be a fair crowd, like a line forming up to the large double doors leading into this place, the queue for the patrons coming to see the performance tonight. But we would pan into the interior, past the seats, past the lobby, past the stage to backstage, where we would see Mr. Brett Hopman. How's Brett doing? Maybe 10-15 minutes before showtime. How's he feeling?
Well, he was like trying to work out that extra pent up energy with his tabaxi friend, I think, right? So
Fair.
I think Brett he's a social guy, so I think keeping himself distracted by like trying to keep everyone's energy up is how he keeps his own energy up.
That's fair. That's fair. And as you're sort of working with the cast and with your tabaxi friend, just helping to maintain the energy, not necessarily expel it, but just keep it tame, keep it at the ready. Throughout your sort of like preps and getting ready and these like little exercises, you can begin to hear voices, people, a crowd, people beginning to come in and take their seats. Again, the curtain's drawn. Can't see anything, obviously, but you guys are all backstage. You can just begin to hear the murmurs and chatter and the happy voices of the theater goers.
Can I poke my head out? I want to see if my friends are here.
Poke
I
your
mean,
head
like
out.
just like I'm just trying to take a peek. I'm not trying to be seen.
Yeah. We'll start with a stealth check with advantage. DC is not too terribly high. It's really just anything besides a natural 1, honestly.
Well, Not today.
Easy peasy. It's a natural 19 plus 4, so we'll take a 23. You sort of poke your head out from the side curtain, no one knowing the wiser. You see the place is already like half-ish full. I mean, people are just flooding into this theater. You can look up, you could see that there are 2 box seats on the left and 2 box seats on the right side, 4 different sort of high up perches where usually the well-paying customers go, but do you think that some of the more high up clientele will be here, at least up in the boxes, since there'll be so many like high profile people here? But you're not seeing any of your friends, and you would know where their seats are, and you look and you see they're still empty, but people are still coming in. You sure they're in queue. Roll me a D100, Brett. A 41. You're looking around. You don't see anything too crazy. Marius likely, like we were talking about in the break, probably messaged you, caught you up on what Kellen saw, all those sort of bits. So no L, nothing like that. But you do see a figure that you've seen here in the theater several times before. They themselves are a lover of the arts. They've come here many a time, and you've even heard that they came here long before. And you see the familiar face of Cara Colazzo, this maybe half sea elf, half trident. It's hard to exactly tell. She's this beautiful blue hue to her skin. Her ears sort of go to a point, but have that almost fin-like aesthetic coming off around. Eyes, a deep blue, hair, this almost like deep sea foam at the ends, sort of goes up to the roots where it's a bit more dark, a little dark green, very well dressed. She'd have this elegant, it would look like a dark yellow and orange, almost like these gold aesthetics to this ball gown, this immaculate dress. The figure next to her you have never seen before. You have maybe heard mentions of her husband, the main figure of the Colazzo family. And as you're sort of looking at this figure, you probably hear the voice of your tabaxi friend behind you as his head like sort of like is popped up right behind yours, looking around the theater, probably following where you're looking, looks over to the box seat where you see Cara Colazzo and this other figure, and you would just hear them go, "Oh, that's Agus Colazzo. I didn't think he'd actually be here."
A Colazzo. Boom, boom.
Is that the head?
Yeah, he's kind of a big deal. I mean, he basically helps fund this whole place. His wife loves the arts, and so that's what he helps do to help make her happy, I guess.
Guess they're on a date.
Probably. I was hoping if their kid was going to be here, those flyers stopped showing up. I don't know if did you hear about that? Their kid was missing.
Did I hear about that? Do I know about that?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if Gail brought it up.
Yeah, I remember Gail learning about that, I think.
Either way, I mean,
Gail never brought it up.
Crean would probably go on to be like, yeah, do you see all the posters looking for Balin Colazzo? They were put up in a few bars, like, I don't know, the couple days ago, like maybe a week or two ago, and then they just like disappeared. They probably found him.
Oh, well, that's good. Maybe he's not the theater going type.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't blame him. I mean, look at how dressed up they all are. I would hate that. I mean, you think we're in costumes? Look at them.
Yeah. At least at the end of the play, we get to take this off and go home.
Exactly.
Well, speaking of, did you hear about any cool parties after the show tonight?
We got the cast party. You gonna be there?
Oh, I think so. I mean, that's the plan. Are there any other parties going on? Like,
I don't really know. I mean, I was only planning on going to the cast party. It's probably going to be a rager after this show up. I mean, if everything goes according to plan, I mean, we're going to be on cloud 9.
Who's the I would reference whoever the lead is and ask if if the lead main people are gonna show up tonight.
Yeah, I think everyone's gonna be there. I mean, the director has made a big deal about it all, so I don't know. I think it'll be a good turnout. I mean, it'll be here at the theater too, so we'll have all the space. We can go hang out. We can go sit up in the boxes. That'd be cool.
Oh, totally. Okay, sweet. Cool. So Brett's just kind of mulling that stuff over. I kind of have to take that in.
I'll probably give a second glance to this Agus Colazo character. His wife looks lovely. He looks very uninterested, just sort of looking
Yeah.
around the room. He probably would sip from a glass. Probably couldn't tell what's in it.
Which box seat is it?
For you, from your POV, it's gonna be front right side.
Front right.
So there's two on each side, and he's in the closest one on your right side.
How did we pick the same one?
Because our brains, we share a few brain cells, obviously. Me and Chad have one, and clearly you and Chad have to also share one because we share at least a few.
What's this few talk?
You heard me. Let us in.
No, but also no.
I respect
Oh,
that.
Do I know
If
where
you-
my friends are supposed to sit?
You do. Who wants to roll me a D100 for where your seats are?
The next box.
Chance.
The
Okie
box right next to it.
dokie.
Sounds like a
Chance.
Kellen thing.
High or low?
Oh,
I mean, we do say
Always
always
high.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, we always
especially
say hi.
Chance of all people. He's never once deviated.
So we'll take
True.
a 96 on a D100. You know that they have great seats. It's the kind of the furthest row back, kind of the most isolated. They're back against the wall, dead center of the small little very back row that they're in.
It's got the best acoustics.
Beautiful.
And so they'll be dead center all the way to the back, basically.
Yeah. That's my boy. Yeah.
But we
Seems
haven't
fine.
actually come in yet, right?
I know.
No, not yet.
Okay.
No,
not
I
yet.
just know where you be. Where
I
you
was just
really
double
be.
checking. I was like,
I
I'm
see
pretty sure
y'all.
I heard that, but
And your tabaxi buddy probably gives you like a little probably bop on the head, like, come on, we got to get back to practicing. We only got like 10 minutes.
Right. Hey, make sure your buckle's on all the way this time.
Oh, good call. And we'll pan from the backstage, going in reverse, past the forming crowd, past the seats, past the lobby, back to that queue outside, where we would see a group of 5 sort of break through the not like large, but there is a bit of like a gawking crowd sort of in like a loose circle around the front of this building that aren't going to attend, assumingly. They're just probably looking at who's all here. You see a couple people like writing on notepads. They look almost like reporters. And as we see our 5, what's sort of our vibe for the 5 of you guys as you approach? Again, you left the house just a little bit ago. Sun is setting right now. It's getting pretty close to that like dusk set. There's probably like 10, 12 people-ish just in line, just waiting to get in. You can kind of see past them a little bit in the interior, the lobby. There's a good amount of people milling about the lobby. So like it's going to be a packed show.
Gail kind of like huffs at this crowd that's gathered around and is like separating us from the line, kind of. We're like, she fights back the urge to use the wind to try and get people's attention to make them part, but she's like, we can't draw attention to ourselves. She just clutches her fists like, "Argh."
Yeah, you just gotta keep it cool, Gail. Just down.
Pass around my endless flask of alcohol.
Oh yeah. It's like a good time.
Yeah, I'll take a little nip.
Yeah, I mean, might as well, right?
A light nip.
Love it. As Elodie takes the flask in her go and takes her swig. So do I just like keep detect magic up this whole time then?
That's gonna be a lot. You don't have to do it the whole time, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna do it
yeah.
as we walk in here. That'll be the best way. It's not that suspicious that I'll be looking around. Trying to find my seat, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then maybe like again during intermission. Maybe I don't know if you can do it subtly, but I could try and subtly do it during the show when there's like something very attention grabbing going on, and it won't be that we're in the back. There shouldn't be anyone behind us, right?
Yeah. I mean, if what Brett said's, yeah, no one's behind us. That gives us a little bit of cover.
So just gonna throw this out there, but probably be on the looks for some invisible mage hunters too.
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that.
I legit did not.
It's just
Yeah.
again, like I don't know, call me paranoid or whatever,
we
but
do.
anytime that we try to go out and have a nice time ever, it does not usually seem to go in our favor. So I just again, call me paranoid or whatever, but if
No,
you
that's
guys
because
see
unfortunately I don't have sea invisibility.
no, but you
but
should
yeah, we
I was
should
able
be
to see the
still
chaos weave
Yeah,
going through them.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah.
so just keep an eye out for any kind of signs like that. If you see anything like that, say something immediately because clearly some shit's gonna go down.
If you see
Well,
something, say something.
Yeah.
it could just be standing guard, hopefully.
Why the fuck would it be standing guard in there?
Because there's important people in there that they want to protect.
Just be on the lookout, be on the defensive, be on the ready.
Sounds like
Okay.
people are all about this backup plan all of a sudden.
I am about this backup plan, Marius. This was a good idea to have a backup plan in case shit goes south.
So we've got to give our ticket after this line, and then we get into the lobby, correct? Or
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
We're all
This is
saying
the
this.
line to get in the ride.
once we have given the ticket and start entering the door, that's when Gale is going to subtle spell and detect magic.
All right.
And I mean, I know I don't really need to do it because of subtle spell, but just for flavor, she just tucks her one hand into the underside of the coat side of her dress, and she just very carefully with one finger on the inside of her palm, under that little pad underneath your thumb, just draws a little circle there, and then her eyes don't even glow. She's just whew. Detect magic goes up.
We're all gonna die.
All right. You
It is only
guys.
within 30 feet.
It's only 30 feet. Again, you guys managed to get in the queue. It's moving fairly fast, not too slow. You'd see as you're waiting in line, there'd be probably another 5, 6 couples and individuals that sort of get in line behind you. Line moving up, getting to the very front, you could see they're very well dressed, but clearly meant to be security of some kind. They would have a fairly nice, they don't really look makeshift, but the material that they use is meant to be very transitive. So the arms are this different looking suede material that go to these patched elbows, and the bicep up to the shoulder is more of a silk material. And both of them are standing there, one half orc, one dwarf. Take your tickets happily, give them a punch with this large hole puncher on each edge. Very fine. And they would hand you back each of your tickets, hole punched. Go ahead and keep those on you just in case.
Thank you.
All right,
Is the
have a
hole punch
lovely night.
is it a specific pattern, or is it just a circle?
It's just a hard square on the ticket itself, and you'd assume it's really just hey, keep your ticket on you in case anything anyone asks. You can be oh, here's my ticket. Yep, it's been punched.
Yeah.
And after handing back the tickets, the dwarf was again sort of do like a little half step to the side, even though he wasn't like blocking the door in any way. You have a good night. Enjoy the performance.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes, thank you, sir.
As you all step into the lobby, it's not quite stuffed with people milling about, but there's a good crowd just here in the lobby. Walking space, you kind of have to like maneuver in between some of the crowds and individuals talking, but easy enough. Gale, as soon as you enter the space, you manage to tuck the hand and do the subtle casting of your detect magic, and boom, the individuals, the people here, their auras light up. As well as you can see a few accoutrements that a few people have on, a few rings, necklaces, a couple of headbands. You also can like, exactly, yeah, very standard. You can see one or two people have what look like, loosely based on the shape of the aura, maybe like a dagger or like a pocketed stealth weapon, just like tucked away in a like behind the back or like in the armpit sort of thing, but like no other real magic about them. Nothing crazy. It's not like they're holding crazy magic items, but it's like, oh, that's some sort of maybe like a magic dagger, a magic stiletto. Like, oh, but
Maybe
interesting.
a
I
wand.
think, yeah, it's like, I think it's a wand, maybe. So it's just all these like little small bits in everyone's auras that sort of flare up. Give me a perception or an arcana check.
My music is so magical for this moment. It's amazing.
They're the same for me, so it's all flavor, baby.
Right.
Let's go Arcana. Yeah. 22.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's go with the 22 arcana. When you first enter the space, you get all these magic senses as your detect magic flares. No immediate sense of chaos magic. Probably following maybe like Marius or Kellen as they maybe are leading you through the lobby towards the like actual doors that lead into the main theater itself. Crossing the space with your 30-foot sort of berth, this aura around you, moving with you. Sort of in the back right corner, having a conversation with three individuals, is this older looking human man. Fairly regal, his white hair pushed back, a little bit of like a fancy, almost Robin Hood goatee. He would have, it would be like fine clothing, and it would almost look like a tux of some kind. But there is this mix of like almost like armament, almost like he's a sailing captain of some kind, white gloved, like a cloak on the single shoulder sort of thing. He would probably be in a lively conversation. The other people he's talking to, their auras would be standard, various from each other, each person's aura being just ever so slightly different. But this man, this older human man, as your 30-foot reach sort of hits him and he enters it, he lights up a seething purple with this almost like blackish tendrils that writhe through it. And he's just in a hearty conversation.
No, I didn't want it. Who the fuck is this guy?
Oh shit.
I'm gonna grab for Kellen's hand.
Yeah,
Just
what?
Try and
is
pull.
it?
You see that guy over back right corner?
Yeah.
Old man.
Yeah.
She just stares at you, just like eyes wide, like. Good.
Is that another professor you've kissed?
Yeah, like what are you getting at, Gale? Like do you want me to go ask him out for you or something?
I don't. God, we should have set some code word.
I'll use
Bad
message.
juju.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Shit. Well, should we go up?
Eldritch Blast.
Should we go up and like talk to him, or no? We're trying
Jesus
to
fuck
No.
no.
low profile. Low profile. Got it.
I'm just
Just-
trying to let everybody know. Like
yeah.
there
Okay, so there's one. There's one. You got anything on him, Gail? Can you see any weird shit on him other than him?
just fucking juju.
Let's not ruin this for Brett.
No, we're not gonna ruin it for Brett. It's fine.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
Low
I'm
profile.
not saying we do anything. I'm just letting people know.
Okay, so
We were right to be suspicious.
white-haired mustache man is this bad guy. Got it. Back. Okay. On the list. Okay, keep an eye out for more, Gail. Oh yeah, but code word. Should we come up with a code word? Should we do like apricot or something?
Apricot.
what?
He seems like he's from Norway. I don't.
What is Norway?
I don't know. I just
The town?
country I read about in a
Made up.
fantasy book.
Okay, okay, but like, what does Norway have to do with this guy?
It's a nonsense thing that it's just like what. Okay, if somebody heard that, it's like, what? All right, what are they talking about?
It's probably just a Wingenasi thing. We wouldn't understand.
Okay, so Norway's the code word. Look at that mighty
Oh.
fine Norway over there. That sounds really
No,
weird.
Norway is a like you can't like you are from Norway.
Well, but you're not gonna be like,
It's a place.
you're not gonna be
Look at
like,
that Norway. That sounds wrong.
yeah, that sounds weird, Gail.
The term is Norwegian.
How are we
I don't think
supposed to
so.
know?
You are
Now you're making
Norwegian if you're
things
from
up.
Norway. Well, it's all made up anyways.
Gail, you just look around the crowd with that pretty little face of yours. I'm more worried about Cobra. Just kidding. You wouldn't say that.
Give me that flask.
Oh, God. Just hits me with it. I hate you. Do we need a code word? Let's just scope it out. I don't know what we need to. Oh, if we see somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be disruptive to say apricot a lot. Let me look. Wait, how's my.
Just trying to
No,
act
no, that's
casual as
fine.
I take a sip from the flask.
I will just occasionally use message. So Gail could just freely update me on.
Oh god, you're just gonna be in my head this whole time.
It would be like, like in between a scene change. Just any update?
yeah.
That's it.
Fair enough.
And then if anything does proc, then he would use message again to inform Koski and Kel. Silent.
But deadly.
I think I'm going to find the ladies' room and just do a bit more perusing. If you'll excuse me.
You can go powder your
Where's
nose,
the
Gail?
bathroom?
You can go powder your nose?
You have fairy dust? What?
No.
What?
Oh. I'll pass the flask to Kellen.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Is there
That's
actually a
fair.
bathroom here? Or...
Yeah, there's a restroom. With the rest of the group, are you milling about in the lobby still, or are you guys making your way to your seats?
Oh, yeah. Make our way to the seats.
As we're making our way to the seats, can we see a
Yeah, keep
familiar
an eye out
halfling?
for. No. I mean, it's a
So
shot in the dark, but
We'll do perception checks for everybody. Everybody. We'll do a perception check for Brett as well, as maybe he just so happens to poke his head out of the curtains again and see if his friends are here yet.
My friends.
My friends are here.
Poor sweet Kellen.
Oh, God.
Marius,
Oh,
natural
God.
1 for a 6.
To be fair, we haven't hit this class.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god.
And
Koski
so
with
is
another
Koski.
natural 1.
Apparently,
Maybe we
Marius
should
and
stop
Koski have
drinking.
been hitting the flask really hard.
Let me pull Aelidy's sheet up here.
You want me to do one for my bathroom excursion?
She's just standing right behind us.
Yes, one for
Yeah,
Gale
like-
as well.
Who gets a nat 20
I'm
because
usually-
Elle's in the
I'm mostly just-
bathroom.
Yeah, it's like I don't even really need to use the bathroom. I'm just doing this as a thing to do to like get more ground covered, you know, check out more people.
Oh, nice, Aelid, you got a good draw.
Oh my god.
All of us. What's
Wow.
happening?
Gail suddenly
Wow.
got real nervous, like, oh shit, this is real. Oh fuck.
So
You're
Yeah.
ready.
So everyone besides Aelidy, you begin making your way to your various locales. Gale, as you head into this main hallway, instead of walking forward into the main theater, you would just take a right, follow the signs that probably show where the water closet is. Beginning to make your way that way. There would already be a small line outside the restroom, so you probably
of
have to
course.
stand in line. But with your detect magic still going, you just pick up everyone's faint auras. Again, a few magic items, maybe peppered on a handful of individuals, either standing in line or leaving the restrooms or just walking down the halls.
Nothing chaos.
Nothing chaos, thankfully, right? That's a good thing.
I mean, yeah.
And for our other 4, as you head into the main theater here, it would be a bustling sight. Seeing many of the seats in here are already filled. As you walk in, you all sort of take in this sight, immediately knowing that as you enter, your seats are like your first left and you're like the dead center. There's like a center 6 seats and you guys have 5 of them basically. So walking in, immediately taking a left, as there's still a wall here, as to your left as you're walking to your seats, there's the back of the theater. Seeing that you have a good elevation here, as you can see this, there are steps that lead down into like the bowl of the theater itself. Looking in the left and right, you can see there are box seats. See there are a couple individuals, but it's probably Aelidy with her 16 perception. As you guys all sit down, everyone's taking this in. Aelidy's just like hard looking at what would be, from your guys' perspective, the leftmost sort of theater box. 2 on each side. The one closest to you guys, she's just hard staring up there. And she probably like elbows Kellen. Hey. And she just like, when your eyes meet, she just like looks up at the box. And as you turn and look, Kellen, you can see there is a halfling there. She's not too terribly high, though clearly on somewhat of like a raised seat or cushion. You could basically see like shoulders up. She would have a very light green, almost yellow tinge to her hair. Ears a little more pointed than you expect. She would have what you would guess would maybe be a nice gown. Again, you can't really see too much. You see a little bit of the frill on the shoulders. But just past on the inside seat of this box, this figure that you first saw would be on the outside seat, but on the inside seat, you can't see a face, but you can see what you think is the makings of a golden purple like top, like cuff of a sleeve. Maybe goes down to like a purple dress of some kind, and then you could see a well done head of teal hair up in a fairly like fine looking fashion. And
happening again.
It's probably quick for Kellen, just piecing a few things together. You're willing to bet that this halfling you're seeing sitting on the outside, sort of the seat closest to you guys, your best visual. You think just based on visuals, because she does look a lot like Elle. You think that this older halfling woman with almost like a yellow, light tealish green hair. You think that is Year3 Arneza. As you could see her smiling, laughing, talking to the figure on her left. And it's probably at this point, Koshki, Gale, and Marius, or not Gale. I guess Gale's probably still waiting in the bathroom line.
Honestly, after like seeing the line, she probably would have been like, this isn't worth it. I don't even need to use the bathroom."
Heading back to the theater. It's probably as you're sitting down, you see Kellen and Aelity looking at something in one of the boxes before they look back at all of you to like bring your attention to look at the box.
Like Kellen's got like a death grip on his like chair arm with both of his hands as he's looking up there.
And Gale, you would still have detect magic going, but you could see that again they're a little bit elevated up some, but their distance is like 70 feet-ish away.
I don't know.
So Kellen would just pass the information down the line, and just whoever he's sitting next to, just be like, "They're up there."
I mean, I can't think of a good reason to like even venture over there.
We don't need to
get close.
Oh, but are you getting any reads, Gale? Can you see anything? Are you finding any mage hunters by them?
I mean, I'm not seeing anything near us. The range isn't like that far. I mean, it's like 30 feet-ish.
Oh, can't you go invisible? Can't you just get closer?
That's having two things that I can't have both at the same time.
Damn it.
Someone else would have to make me invisible. And also, that'd be a little weird if I just suddenly disappear in the middle of this theater right now.
But I mean, can't you and Aelity like go to the bathroom and Aelity make you invisible, and then you go over and check and then come back? And poof, done.
There's a whole line at the bathroom. That's why I came back so quickly.
You're gonna hold it for the whole show?
No, I didn't need.
Maybe isn't there a bathroom on the other side? Maybe that's a good reason to go over there, Gale. You're looking for another bathroom because the bathroom on this side is full, and you thought maybe the bathroom over there might be empty.
As you guys are sitting here, and Gale, you would know this. The hallways you don't think lead up to those balconies. You guys can see what looks like staircases to your left and right. They were from where you entered. There was kind of one on your right. Now that you're in these seats,
on the inside of the auditorium.
Yeah, you could probably guess just since you traverse the halls. You think that those interior staircases that sort of lead up into the wall into a section. You think that those two staircases lead to the box seats.
Was there anybody guarding those staircases?
Not that you can see.
I mean, I did see some staircases at like when we walked in. So at least I imagine how you get up there to the balcony.
Yeah, but I'm sure we can't just like walk up to the staircases. Like, I'm sure they're gonna be like, "Hey, you probably aren't supposed to be up here." I'd have to be like, "Yeah, you know what? You're probably right."
Could just try and play it off like, "Oh, shoot, I read this wrong. I'm so sorry. I thought it was on my bad."
I mean, you should definitely give that a shot.
And it's probably at this point for Brett, you poke your head through the curtain and you see your friends are all there. And
my friends!
all of them are sort of talking besides Aelity, who looks over and you make eye contact, and Aelity gives you like this very weak, half-hearted wave.
Husky's always
he's like, what?
Husky's also looking forward at you and gives you a like little wave as he like perches himself really hunched over and like really tightly and snugly in his seat.
Could I do like an insight to see if I can tell the group's agitated, or do I think they just look excited for the play?
I won't even make you insight check that. They look nervous and sketched out about something.
Well, I mean, I already rolled my perception. I don't know if you'll give me another one, but
I'll give you one with a higher DC.
okay. Sounds fair. Let's see if Brett can find what's worrying his friends. No.
Another 4. You do like a quick survey and look around. I'll say at least with a 4, you do finally at this point see in one of the back boxes, the box right behind the Colosso box, the one that's sort of closest on your right side, and that back right box, you see a fairly familiar looking green-haired halfling sitting next to another halfling that looks fairly similar, notably older, her hair being a much lighter shade of green, almost yellowish. Without a doubt, you are pretty sure that this dolled up teal-haired halfling is Elle.
This is like for my thinking. I'm sorry, I can't whisper rolls to myself.
Oh, you're good.
Okay, sorry. Thank you. Brett will be, like he did expect this. He did consider this possibility, and maybe that's why he was so nervous earlier. So he's actually handling it all right now. But yeah,
It's
he's
almost more
probably also
validating that you freaked out earlier, and it's like, oh, so it did happen.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, so he probably also reflexively ducks his head back in, like not wanting to be seen. Because I don't imagine that he starts his disguised self until like he actually needs it to get the most out of it. So
it makes sense. That makes sense. So you probably haven't even done it for rehearsals and stuff. Honestly, you've been saving it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would have had to do a demonstration. So if I needed
done it a couple days ago, because you gotta remember this.
Oh right, it was days ago.
Yeah, it was like I think it was almost 48 hours ago. It was when you first showed up to the director and were like, "Hey, does this work?"
Cool. Yes. So he just hasn't done it today then.
I feel like Gail's gonna need to be persuaded to try and go up the stairs. She's scared.
Maybe we should just send the most level-headed one out of all three of us, and maybe we should just send fucking Arius.
I don't have to take magic though.
I don't have to tech magic either.
You want me just to go up there?
Just to take a peek around. Just sighed.
And let's see if I actually have any spell. I don't think I do.
Can you imagine if you just messaged Elle? I see you.
Hey, girl. Yeah. Sure. I'll walk up there.
Make him invisible, Gale.
What? That might be really suspicious.
Yeah, we can't do anything like that right now.
I just put my hand in my pocket and cover my mouth and give myself guidance, and I'll just.
Fair enough.
I'll walk up the stairs.
Stand up from your seat, and again, the stairs are in the theater, so everyone of the group here, you can see Marius walk the distance over to these stairs. What would be over on your all left side? Marius walking over to the stairs, walking up. They would only go up a couple of feet before they would basically turn and be heading into the wall. As you walk into the space, only a couple feet, you can see there would be a door. and another one of these very well dressed, again, almost purposefully makeshift, tuxedoed looking guards, just sort of standing next to the door idly as you begin to approach. Hey, good evening. Good evening. Ticket, please.
Oh yeah, hey guys. And I'll give him a punch ticket. Yeah, I was just looking for like a bathroom or something.
Oh, bathroom?
I know it might be like a private one, but I thought maybe,
you're gonna have to go back out to that main hallway there. You're gonna go all the way down on your what would be your left hand side, I guess. You'll walk past the woman's water closet, and then you'll find the men's just a little bit past.
Oh God, so far. No, that's fair though. Hey, I appreciate it. I just wasn't sure. Sometimes, is there anything else I can see? All the doors are closed, I assume.
Yeah, it's not like simple door, but it is a standard looking wooden door that's just sort of closed.
Okay, so does it feel like these steps just went to her balcony specifically?
You would guess it probably leads to its own like next hallway where there's like little entrances to both of these little box seats.
Cool. I don't want to kill anybody, so they lucked out.
You size them up as you turn around and head back down the stairs.
He'll just like, thank you so much. My mistake. And then
anytime. Enjoy the show.
Hey, thanks, man.
Gale is gonna be staring up at them this whole time, though. I don't know if I can see anyone's mouth moving.
I think we were like at the top of some stairs. Ooh.
If you're
people in the box.
Are you looking over specifically at what you guys are assuming is the Arneza box?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to tell because again, she's a little more facing forward. You have a much better like side profile, and the occasional glance out angle she may give. But give me an investigation check.
Okay. $11?
You catch the occasional stray word. It's just hard to get like a full thought. You catch, oh, it's so exciting. And turn back and continue the conversation. Oh, I've heard the Jaunties. And then turning back. Just talking about the performance and the people putting it on.
I didn't even tell you about anything interesting.
Loser.
Oh, hey, Mayor.
Hey. Yeah.
Hey, have you checked in with Brett? Let him know that we found Elle's family, but we haven't found Elle.
What? I thought we found. Isn't Elle on that balcony?
I thought that was.
Did we not see Elle?
I thought we didn't see Elle. I thought we saw her mom and her aunt.
I mean, you can't tell the other figure next to her, but from what you can guess, it's the same figure you saw at Silver Threads.
Oh.
You still haven't seen a face on this figure, like at Silver Threads, or even now. You have seen like maybe like an arm go by, or like her teal hair done up in this very fancy do. You could see that. You could see the makings of this like purple dress with like gold, like almost puff frills at the top.
Okay.
But just because of the angle and they're halflings and they're kind of up a little bit, it's hard to really get a look at them.
Okay, so
can't confirm that Elle's there.
Check in with Brett and have him see if that's Elle.
All right, I'll I don't know, kind of cross the leg and lay my book on it as casually as I can and write the message in there. Just, hey Brett, we're here. Good luck. Looks like a great crowd.
No, Marius.
What? Well, I'm writing it. So are you reading over my shoulder?
Yes, I was staring at you while you
read it. Back, girl.
Hey, you still got a performance. We think we see Elle and her family, and I'll roughly describe the box from the stage point of view. And then, I'll just wait for a response.
As you're waiting, I'm just like, you're supposed to say like break a leg or something, not good. God, did none of you go to theater?
I don't want to break anything.
um. So was I certain it was her? Like, did I see that clearly?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
again,
that's what I
she was obviously much different. I mean, the Elle you were used to was very bookish, and not like she wasn't unkept, but she just looked like she lived a busy life. But this Elle is makeup, hair, beautiful, like very loud ball gown dress on.
Yeah, he'd respond that, yes, I saw her. And then he'll also say, the cast party is here in the theater afterwards. Maybe we can check things out. And thanks to the good lucks and stuff.
Mayor's probably just be talking to Gail. Like, I'm just saying, you're worried about manifesting, and you're telling me to have him break a leg. It just doesn't make any. Oh, look, he responded.
You see the words begin to appear on the page.
Yeah. Yeah, I would just confirm, like, oh, Brett says it's definitely L, and there's a party after for the cast. Maybe get some answers.
Do you guys still want me to if we see Elle's family leave, to tell them and see where they end up after meet back up here?
That wouldn't be a bad thing as long as you definitely don't get caught.
Hey, will you make me invisible again, Gail?
Peace.
Yeah, how about if you're gonna take off, I'll remove Gail's name from my book, and I'll have Kellen sign it.
Does that
That's fair.
require like a short rest or anything like that?
Just as an action to erase a name.
Oh, cool.
And then they just have to sign it, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, with your permission, they have to use an action to sign their name.
Okay. So I will sign my name.
Since I'll be with Gail. And then I can just message you. So then I'll just when you're following them, I can let you know where we end up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Guess that means I gotta save a spell slot.
Oh, boo-hoo. What are you, 20?
Yeah, I do have quite a few. And I have sorcery points I could turn into another spell slot.
Just because I can doesn't mean I want to.
Yeah, God.
I love that episode.
From our group waiting, can I get stealth checks with advantage or performance checks? I'll take either one, since you guys do have a lot of extra bits hiding you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go performance for this. This feels.
Go team.
Probably should get Aility.
Be the best audience you can be.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Gail, you're so loud.
Oh my God.
Sorry, that was Kellen's roll, not Koski's.
What the fuck?
I think Gail just still has like this subtle wind around her.
Yeah, she was trying her best. Like, she was doing a good job at first, but now she's gotten super nervous.
People keep looking around for like a window. What is that?
I mean,
breeze?
yeah, I feel like that fits. Koski's still like, he still sticks out like a sore thumb. He's too
Fucking huge.
big for a seat.
Luckily, no one knows you.
Yeah, luckily nobody knows
Are
him
you?
anyway. So
It's a good thing you're not sitting in front of somebody, because then they'd be
right,
pissed.
it's a good thing we're in the back.
Draw a lot more attention.
So as you guys are sitting, you would hear a voice sort of boom throughout the theater. 5 minutes until the show begins. And you would hear the crowd begin to pick up. You would hear movement begin to come from the lobby as everyone that was still meandering out there begin to make their way into the theater. And that would cause some people to begin looking around in excitement. And as you're all looking around, our person with the highest perception last time was Aility. And as people begin to fill the space, Aelity would sort of turn and look, and probably like look back. Hey, that fucking creepy guy up there is staring at us. And she would point over. You could see this, what would look to be maybe drow, maybe half drow man, silvered white hair and beard. One eye being sort of milky, glossed over. Tattooed branding could be seen going across the other side of his face. And a well-dressed, almost like trench coat style tux and like a penny coat on top. And he would just be sort of glancing, not like standing up staring, but just leaned back in his seat, looking like almost behind his wife's head over right where you guys are. All of you looking over and seeing that. After
do you guys know him?
And after he takes you all in, he just looks back at the front. But you all did see the lingering glance he left on you five.
Do you guys know him?
I didn't.
I mean, he's sitting next to Kara Colazzo, so.
Oh, was it the dude in the not the unknown guy? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's. I mean, he's got his arm wrapped around her, right?
I mean, maybe like on the back of her chair slightly, but
For some reason, I thought you said that. I think that might be your husband.
Okay, maybe we just eyes on the stage.
Like, do you know him?
For now.
Or, like, because that was kind of a weird way to look at somebody. And
I don't think.
No, not personally.
None of us know.
Okay.
But Koski is kind of, it's a large individual. Maybe he just, was like, oh, look at that
Yeah,
guy.
you're not wrong.
I
He does
swear-
look really weird.
I do.
From backstage, like Brett mutters to himself, he's like, "That's what I forgot. Tell them about Aggie." Literally, I was reaching that whole conversation. I couldn't remember. I was like, "There's something Brett has to tell them, but I can't think of it." This was it.
I mean, I did briefly interact with Balin at one point, remember? But I mean, I never met him. Also, Balin went missing for a while. But I think he's back, maybe? Because they're here? Did you guys know that? Did I tell you that?
I don't think he's.
Who? What are you going on about?
You didn't mention anything about
Also-
that, Gale.
Koski, eyes on the stage, buddy.
I've been what are you talking about? I saw Brett poke head out, and I gave him a wave. He waved,
It's like
waved back. You know, see Brett pop out.
it was just, it's like when you move your eyes, your head moves with it. Like they're connected. It's not very subtle.
I have a very big neck. It's hard to.
Yeah.
It's hard to move head.
Okay, maybe you just stare at the stage and keep an eye out for Brett.
But it's what I say. I saw Brett. You know, see Brett? I saw him. He pop out. He pop head out. I give him a wave. I think in head I was like,
You
"Good
didn't
luck,
tell us.
buddy."
You're
No,
apparently.
I was a little busy.
I'll take your word for it.
What would everybody's passive perception be? Brett included, because I would assume, Brett, you still have a window where you can always poke your head back out and look at your friends and see if they're feeling any better. Check, like triple check, be like, yep, it's L. Fuck.
Koski and
Well, good. I've got a strong 12.
Koski and Kellen have a 10.
How far is the stage from us? Is it over 120 feet?
From where you're sitting to like the
So
very tip of the stage would be 45 feet. So I think
I could
120 feet. You could probably message Brett. Like if he goes like far backstage, he probably goes out of range. But if he's semi close to the curtains, you can message him.
Okay. Because I might. Sorry.
I'd keep that in mind.
My passive perception is an 18.
Wow.
I have a 15.
It's because of observant.
Nice.
Damn. What was you said 18 for Gale?
Yeah.
Shit.
That's
Kansas 10.
that's
What
part of
Mary
why I
said
went
15?
observant.
Correct.
It would be Gale. You look over Gale and you look at this figure you think is the husband of Kara Colazo. He would be looking forward and you would see him speaking, staring completely forward. Kara like looking lovingly at the stage and probably glancing to the crowd as she's just soaking it in, not minding her husband. And we'll say with an 18 perception.
I was like, can I see his mouth or I can just tell he's speaking to her?
You can tell he's speaking. You get like this side profile and maybe in the occasional head twirling, you can see both of you. Now. I mean, that's like middle of conversation. And with an 18, the next thing you know, the Arnezas, these halflings, you would see them both stand up and walk into the back of their box.
I'm gonna grab Kellen's arm.
What, Gale? What?
I just lean in. I'm like, the Arnezas are leaving.
What do you mean they're leaving?
He tipped them
Them off about what?
Shh. Oh, he's suspicious of us or something.
I thought you said that this guy didn't know who you were.
I don't fucking know.
At this point, maybe I'll stand up and grab Koski so we're like around Kellen.
No, dude.
Well, if you want to go invisible, do you want to go invisible? Never mind, sit back down. I'll push Koski back down.
Go invisible for what?
To follow them if they're leaving.
Are they leaving or did they get tipped off or are they coming for us? Do we need to leave?
I don't know. He said, I got both of you now, and they started
Fine,
moving.
Gil, come on, let's go to the bathroom, turn me invisible, and I will go check out what's going on. Or just get out in the hallway.
I'll stay here with Koski.
Fuck.
They can't take all of us.
It's showtime.
So who's staying up and going and who's leaving, or is everyone getting up and going?
I was still going to try and keep it cool with Koski.
Yeah, so Koski, Aelody, and Marius are staying in their seats, and then Gale and Kellen are going out into the hallway. And Gale will turn Kellen invisible out there, so that way it doesn't just look weird in the middle of the...
Yeah.
Where everybody can see.
It's fair.
Yeah, we need to get a spot where no one sees us do this.
As the two of you stand up and begin moving down the aisle and trying to move as quick as you can past the other patrons here.
I don't like that we're making a move this quickly, but I don't.
We'll say...
Well, you're going to the bathroom and Kellen can disappear.
All of you guys would notice this because nothing about this is hidden. And it's almost as you guys get to the end of your row, beginning to like head towards the hallways. You're still in the theater. You can see down the row. You could see moving down those stairs that led to the boxes. You can see Elle and what you've assumed to be Year3, both walking down the steps in tandem. And as you guys begin to move towards the hallway, Gale and Kellen, you can see that it's super weird. Not what you're expecting. It looks like Year3 Arneza is leading a very sorrowful looking Elle. And you would expect them to be turning to the hallway, but they are walking directly to where your seats are, where you guys are walking away from.
No.
You guys have that moment. You can continue to the hallway, continue to the restroom, but you see the two of them walking towards Aelity, Marius, and Koski. Probably as Aelity and Marius are like looking from their two friends getting up, leaving, glancing back over, seeing the two of them walking down the stairs, heading to where you guys are.
We gotta go.
We have to act natural. We have to act natural. Just keep moving.
We have to warn them, Gil. I am turning around and I am going to go.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
You motherfuckers.
Don't be suspicious.
Fine.
We have a plan for a reason.
Keeps being suspicious.
Oh god. So do you guys continue into the hallway, heading to the restrooms? You're heading. Okay.
It looks super awkward if you get up and then sit back down.
You can do whatever the fuck you want once you're invisible. God damn it.
Fine.
Yeah. I always have lies ready.
As you guys get up, you're probably having to push past like some of the last people heading in here. Aelity, Marius, and Koski looking back to your left, away from your friends that had this momentary contemplation. You see the two Arnezas beginning to move towards your seats. Yuri in the lead, just a step behind would be Elle. She's almost like wringing her hands a little bit, eyes on the floor, just following what you're assuming to be her mother as they are approaching your seats, as they begin to sort of push through some of the other patrons. Luckily, they're small, so it's pretty easy for them to get to your seats like proper.
What the fuck is happening?
Good thing you gave them 2 seats to sit in.
I know, right? God damn it.
Oh, hello, tiny people.
Pleasure. I am so sorry to do this. Do you mind if we take a seat? I'm sure you both remember my daughter here. Please, darling, introduce yourself to your friends. And Elle just sort of looks up at the three of you, not knowing Koski, but looking to Aelity and Marius, and very sheepishly, "Hey, yes, thank you, darling.
I apologize. I
sit.
think you may have wrong people."
Oh no, friend, don't worry. We don't know you, and what my daughter has to say is not, I don't think, meant for you. It's meant for these two, and they're the other ones that just scuttled off there." And Elle would just like take the seat as they both take the 2 empty seats.
I picture they're by Marius. Oh,
yeah, like they're. I mean, here I'll give you guys a visual example.
Ooh.
I hate this so much.
I'm getting so fucking angry right now.
Me right now.
You guys are disguised.
This is that scene in My Hero Academia in the mall. If you know, you know.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So like behind me. Oh, this is even more intense.
Yeah, they're right fucking here.
They're no friends. So the impression was like, hey, don't even try it. Know who you are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then when she sits down, I'm gonna just like fold my arms and use message to Elle, and just be like, "We've come a long way from working at Betty Croker's kitchen, huh?" I'm just gonna keep my eyes forward. Like I'm not even gonna like flinch.
She would probably like look up at you, and Yuri Arneza, her head probably like scooting in from her seat a little bit. Now, none of that. Let's keep our conversation up here where all of us can hear, all right? Now, Lorraine, I believe you have something to say here to these lovely people. And Elle would sort of look, I'm really sorry about what happened. It was an accident. It wasn't meant to be that way.
He's still just gonna stare at the stage the whole time. Well, accident or not, it happened. Says, why are you even sitting here? What do you want?
And we'll cut to backstage.
Oh my
As
God.
Brett probably curiously, minutes till opening, you probably push open those curtains and just peep through. And a horrifying sight. No need for a perception check. The seats where your friends just were, Kellen, Gale are gone. In their place is Elle sitting next to Marius. And on the other side is that other halfling woman. You're beginning to believe what your friends are believing. This woman is related to her in some way, shape, or form. Possibly her mother that Kellen talked about. And would Brett have any particular reactions to this?
Marius is trying to keep it cool, by the way. He's just like sitting at the stage, like as if some randos sat by, just to like visual, like feel looking at him.
Yeah, and I mean they're not coming over like flexibusting on you. It's literally like a mom dragging her daughter over to say sorry. That's the vibe.
Yeah. I guess I can't help but wonder where the husband is. Is he still up in the box? Like he plants over there.
Mm-hmm. You could look over and see him in the box, and you could see he is leaned back in his seat, and he is staring at the two halflings speaking with your three friends.
I'm gonna have him roll a wisdom save for who he chooses to watch. If he chooses to watch the guy in the booth, or if he chooses to watch what's happening down in the seats. And I'll say higher score means he watches the booth. And he's actually surprisingly calm because of the stuff I rolled out, which I can explain if you're interested, but I'll just give him a flat roll.
Drop it like it's hot.
He is too wrapped up in what's happening in the seats. So he's actually staring particularly at like these two, and he's really watching. I don't know. He's trying to figure out their dynamic, I guess.
Give me an insight check. Read some body language here.
So to explain myself, so I stop being weirdly cryptic. I do remember Brett like noticing that she seemed truly like upset about how things went down in the locker room. And it's because like he thinks about that day all the time. And because he managed to like vent things with Garther, the one who like actually made the monsters, there is a degree of empathy he's able to hold right now. Anyway, yeah, so that's where Brett's at. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah, totally get that. With a 12 insight check, as you're trying to ascertain the relationship between these two and the dynamic, what you're assuming to be her mother, Year3 Arneza, she almost has no view of like personal space between her daughter, as she is just like almost sitting right up next to her, like almost not like talking in her face, but like speaking without much regard to her daughter that is in between her and these other people, like hardly giving her much of a second reference, only looking at her and speaking usually in what you would guess to be like a scalding manner. But looking at Elle, I mean, she looks almost somehow just as meek as she did on the last day you saw her.
Okay.
And cutting from Brett, looking through the curtains, as we'll go to that main hallway, Kellen, Gale stepping into it. What are you two doing?
Gonna have him breathe for a second.
What the fuck do you want me to do, Gale? They are fucking right there. They are gonna be right there. They're talking to Marius. We should have gotten them out of there.
Shh. Listen. You hear that?
Hear what?
Exactly. Nothing. Nothing is happening.
Because our friends are dead.
No, there would be screaming or something. Okay, calm down. I'm gonna look around. Is anybody watching us right now?
No, a lot of people, like the last people that are here, they're just making their way inside the theater. You can probably see a few people like maybe rushing from or to the bathrooms.
If you really want to, we can duck somewhere. I'll turn you invisible, but don't fucking make a move.
What do you want me to do then? What am I supposed to do? Just follow him?
I don't. Look, that was really fucking weird, and I just had to play it off with you. But like when we passed by, like Elle looked like she was crying almost,
Who
like
cares?
or had just finished crying. I'm just saying, like it is not getting physical right now, so calm down.
Fine, but what do you want me to do?
How about we just go back there? It seems like maybe they just want
I
to
swear to
talk.
God, you go back there, I'm gonna murder her.
Don't you
I'm
fucking
gonna murder
dare.
her. My bare hands, Gail.
2 murders in 1 town.
I thought you
That's
had
just
tentacles.
My bare tentacles, Gail.
Stop calling it. It wasn't a murder.
Let's check with our friends real quick. I grab the earring and in between my fingers, and I'm just like look in that direction. I'm like, hey, lady, is everything okay?
You message Elodie that they're sitting here apologizing.
See, look, they came to apologize. What the fuck?
Nope, don't trust it. There's something going on. I'm gonna murder her. Fuck this.
No. Do I need to take you outside?
Why, are you gonna murder me? What's gonna happen, Gail?
Maybe. We just need to not cause a scene
They're
right
causing
now.
a scene already!
Nothing's as far as everyone else is concerned. That isn't involved. It's just people talking
Yeah,
in a
just
theater.
these amazing high status people just walking down from the box office to have this lovely conversation with the town folk. Get off your high horse, Gail.
I'm just can't fucking do anything right now. You're way in over our heads if something happens. So we need to just play through it and hope that nothing
You know
happens.
what? We stay out here then, and you let me know when we can go back in, because I will murder her. I will.
Fuck.
You-
God, is there alcohol here? You need a drink. Is there a bar here at all?
There would be, yeah, a small little like what would it be? Like concessions, basically out in the lobby. They have like some treats and bits, as well as a few ales, more wines, a few champagnes.
I'm gonna get him a fucking drink. Come on.
So I have to sit
Drag your
next to
ass over here.
Kellen's girlfriend while he's getting a drink at a bar with another woman.
We're in an anime, okay? Just accept it already.
I see you.
And you met her mom.
True.
Nightmare mother-in-law.
No, that's not
Kellen, we're moving fast, buddy.
As the two of you head into the lobby, get a drink. We'll say 1 silver piece gets you guys both a very fine glass or fine pristine stein of your beverage
Have
of
anything
choice.
harder?
I'll take that off.
Oh, they got whiskeys. They got like a few different rums, but they try to keep it light. They even like the barkeep probably says that we try to use it as mixers, but we could do a little something on the side.
Yeah, we're not getting drunk here, okay? You just need something to take the
Hey,
edge off.
so there's a situation, and like we're just gonna call her my ex is here. Do you understand? Like maybe part with a bottle.
Oh,
I fucking knew it.
I definitely couldn't do that, my friend. Could not. But here, this one, and he hands you like it would be like a whiskey glass, but it's like a little or a little under half full. Yeah, I could do you this one, boss. On the house.
You are.
Oh, well, that's kind.
The best. Thank you so much. What was your name?
Grimby.
Thank you so much. Gail, make sure you give him a really good tip.
Of course.
Me slams it really quick.
It was gonna be one silver for the drinks initially. I'll give him 2.
Oh, come on, Gail.
Thank
Come
you
on, Gail. You can
kindly.
do more than that for Grimby.
I got like a champagne or
Grimby,
something.
come on. Give him a gold. Come on.
I'm sure we're gonna come back.
So like, give him a gold now. That way he'll take care of us, right? Hey, Grimby, you seem like a good guy.
I do think I'm pretty good. My ex-wife don't think so. You know what I'm saying?
God damn it, Grimby. Give him a gold, Gail. Give him a gold.
It's a
Come on,
I
divorce.
miss my ex-wife, but my aim is getting better.
That's Grimby's vibe for sure.
I'm just kidding. I actually hit her.
I'll wait like 5 minutes before I message Aility again.
5 minutes and the play will be underway.
Oh, that's true.
You
I've only got a couple minutes at this point. But we'll cut from our lobby and the concessions, and we'll go back to the interior of the theater where we would see Yuri probably, again, almost like leaning into her daughter's space, speaking to Marius and Aility, not paying much attention to Koshki. Yes, like she said, she is very sorry for the way everything executed, and we didn't want everything to go down on campus, having to get you expelled and framing everything on you guys. Okay, that's on her. And that's her fault, and she's got to live with that.
That's what Mom said?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
I mean, and Elle is just like staring at her knees in the seat, basically, like still like wringing her hands, like kind of close to her waist.
So what are we supposed to do? Just forgive it? You understand the position we're in right now.
I don't think that you all are in any position for almost anything. I mean, you've been running. Then all of a sudden, you guys are magically aren't able to find you. What are we supposed to think you're doing?
Just taking a semester off?
Hey,
says it smugly.
Fair enough. Fair enough, to each their own. And again, we are very thankful nothing happened to that boy, aren't we? And Elle would just give like a heavy nod and like look over at Marius. We are. I am.
This is the first time he'll look over and just be like, nothing happened. Did you not fucking see him? He looked dead. Nothing fucking happened. And he'll look back forward.
Reports said the boy lived.
You know, Elle, I hope nothing bad happens to you.
Very fair. He has some lessons to learn. We could put it that way. Now,
No.
I would assume that your other friends probably weren't ready to hear from her. I can't say I blame them. But we'll be in town for the next few days. Don't really feel comfortable telling much else, but if you happen to see us about, sure, she would love the chance to apologize to them face to face.
How about tomorrow night? And I'll name the tavern that we've been camping out at on the side. I can't remember the name.
Oh, the place that Aility's using.
Yeah, who keeps it.
And Yuri would give a giggle. We will not be doing that. I'm sure you would enjoy to have us at a key locale of your choosing, but that won't be happening, young man.
Then where am I supposed to run into you with these other two?
Oh, for me personally, I don't much care. She clearly has been dealing with this for some time. I needed her to get her off of her chest.
Well, I don't know how to do it. Yeah, fuck it. I'll tell Elle about the party. It's like, well, there's a cast party, and if you're really sorry, then you can apologize to the others.
And Elle probably like looks at you and contemplates. And Yuri chimes in again. I'm not exactly sure what you didn't understand about the first part, young man. But it's fine. Perhaps we will see you, perhaps we won't.
I just assumed you're such patrons make an appearance. Right? Are they the Clauses? Shit.
No,
They're the
they're
Arnezes.
Arnezes.
Never mind. But I would not say that.
Well, I think having a box though, doesn't that usually mean you're a patron?
I thought they were like
I feel
bankrolling
like
it because that
they
felt
typically
better.
are kind of like patrons of the theater specifically.
Oh,
Or,
they
like,
usually own them.
they
I
at
guess they
least
could
have
give
like
anyone
a
tickets.
yeah, they have like a year, like membership thing or something. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Usually people like that are kind of well tied.
I'll just respond with the. Well, either way, Elle knows how to find us now. Like, almost like, yeah, I know you said no, but she'll find a way if she cares kind of vibe.
Mm.
Like, I hear you, but this is where we'll be.
Mm-hmm.
Or for
Very
Elle's
true.
sake than the mom's.
Mm-hmm.
I could agree with that. I think we all know right where you are. Now, we best go get back to our seats. And she probably looks at Elle, and Elle isn't responsive. Pleasure indeed. Right this way. Like, probably wrenches her up by her elbow and begins to like move her off.
Once they're like a few chairs away, I'll just send a quick message to Gail, just like, hey, they left. Don't need to go invisible. And then I'll shoot one to Brett. It just say, all good out here. Good luck, buddy.
I'm just gonna wait the appropriate amount of time for the Arnezes to make it into the stairway before bringing Kellen back inside.
And then I'll play the message game with them both, so it's quiet, and I'll just basically give them the brief. They're freaking psycho. They just sat down. Elle just apologized, and her mom seems to know how to find us. And I'll just rinse and repeat.
Oh, nice. Nice. They know how to find us. Great.
I try not to stress out Brett, so the most I kind of said was just, we're good. Good luck.
And he's like, by the way, Agus Colazo is he's the husband of Kara, okay? They're in the box. Be careful.
Then Koski.
Good to know.
And then Koski, right after that whole exchange that he just watched go down, would be like, "Man, that lady was a bitch."
She was passionate.
Oh, and there's that guy.
That's what I was about to say. Everyone give me perception checks again as Kellen and Gail enter back in.
Get off of our back, you rich, happy people. Okay.
Why am I going to my spells? Perception check.
Kellen, are you even
Kellen.
You have your mask on. And
oh, natural 20 for Gail.
Highs and lows from
Kellen
the two coming in.
He's still fuming. Like,
Yeah.
If you wouldn't sell me a bottle,
so he's just like, it's still. I get this visceral reaction anytime that like fucking L comes up. It's just, it's just anger.
I get it. She hurt you.
I've got some anger for that individual. Koski got to
Only I
save
had calm emotions.
You don't need calm emotions. You just need to give him one of those good 1950s slap.
Snap out of
Snap
it.
out of it.
I almost did.
A little shake.
Brett, you can also give me a perception check. This
Hell
is probably
yeah.
the last time you can peek out from behind the curtain. Getting
Okay.
close.
Oh, yes. Yeah. What's funny is I have shocking grasp too, so if I really wanted to, I could electrify it.
Bzz.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Second
And
natural
this-
on this one. You probably don't even go out there and check. You're probably like, I don't even want to see what's going on out there. If they say it's good, it's good.
Oh, ignorance is bliss.
Kellen, yeah, you are just like seething. You see L isn't there anymore. Even with the one, you probably like instinctively look up at the box, and all of you can tell that Elle and her mother, Yuri, they've switched seats. Elle is now on the outside, very visible to all of you now.
Oh.
Murder.
I will say,
Can I roll an Arcana to see if she could tell I was using message when I had that vibe, when I had the nod?
yeah, give me an Arcana check.
Ugh.
With a 7, you don't really know how, but the way she was talking
felt like
was
she
very much like she knew you were using it.
Damn, I didn't want to try it again.
But Gale doesn't know this.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you.
Figure it out yourself.
It will say everyone besides Brett and Kellen. As you guys get back to your seats, you hear the voice come through one more time. The show will begin in 1 minute.
I hit the
You're
flash
looking
one more
around.
time.
Everyone's sort of like, happy cheers of final people filling their seats. Everyone besides Kellen and Brett. You can see that on the far left, who you believe Agus Colazzo. He's staring over at you all. You guys would all glance to the right. You could see this other figure, the one you guys don't know who they are, but they too are also looking back at the U5 at your cluster.
The same fuck I saw with chaos magic.
They're all. We have to blow up all the boxes. We got to Abraham Lincoln them.
Murder her.
Brett's our John Milk's booth. He's the actor.
I want to I'm going to subtle spell a message to L. As she's just staring forward this whole time. And L's gonna, well, unless she has something, I don't know. But the message would be, do you promise that we're safe and we're gonna get out of here just fine?
And
or can you, I should say.
You probably don't see Elle's body move much, but you do probably glance her eyes shift kind of in that direction of you all. For you hear out loud, you can't trust a word she says. You're all in danger. And it's probably as you hear that, the show begins. And the lights begin to fade. You can hear the doors into the theater slam shut. And the curtains begin to pull back. And
if he doesn't know, it doesn't know social appropriateness, so he actually starts applauding really loudly because he's super excited for Brett.
Oh, yanking back
I mean, yeah, normally people would start like applauding at the beginning, You know, once it's announced
He like
like that,
stands
right?
up and like starts like really loudly and stuff.
Okay, well, standing up, that's a little much.
Kellen, not now. I'll pull him back.
Koski.
Oh. Mage hand Koski back. Koski. Two mage hand. Just a little
Not
15
this
pound.
for bread. We be excited, yes?
I'll use message so we're not talking out loud in the theater. Koski, when everybody applauses, just jump in. But I love your gumption, buddy.
Okay.
Uncultured swine. Oh, sorry. I thought I hung up.
As the curtains pulled back, you would see a satyr step out in these lavish robes. Welcome, one and all, to a dragon's throne presented by the jingling jaunties. And the crowd would actually give like a light cheer. Our tale today begins, and he sort of steps off to the side as this character plays a little bit of a narrator role, at least in the beginning, giving like a setting as like magically the stage pieces that weren't there as the curtains pulled, showing an empty stage, they would assimilate out, like shifting from the background out into their positions. The actors beginning to move out and the scenes picking up. It would probably be, after the first 5-6-ish minutes or so, until Brett would finally come out as his sort of like introduction scenes, being one of the many princes that would vie for the dragon's throne in later acts. As he gets his introduction, all of you would see Brett in like full display in his disguised self. Brett, go ahead and give me a performance check for the first portion of the act here.
Rah.
I will also say I would have not told Kellen because he's already fucking on edge, so it doesn't really matter. But I would have told Marius and Aelody over message, like conveyed that Elle was like, don't trust her. Like she says we're in danger, so keep an eye out.
Also, when it's
How are you guys gonna
appropriate
follow
to
the play when you're this distracted?
We
I've
gotta
heard you talk about it
survive,
for
right?
the past 4 weeks.
So as
play.
as a reminder, Brett cast Bardic Inspiration in preparation for
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
kicking off this scene. So
And you also got your primer, like just right off backstage. Probably put it down as you walked out for your character's introduction.
oh yeah, that's so funny. I forgot the primer, so thanks for remembering that for me.
I got you.
I gotta go pee, so I'll be back.
Yeah, Brett.
I need all the help I can get.
20,
All the help.
25.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh my god. But we'll take a 26. Still an amazing roll. The first portion, the first act is going amazing for you. After this introduction, your character's sort of like set into, you maybe like go out of the scene as there's a transition to another scene. Thanks to some of like magical applications here, there's a lot of like, not a lot, but the scene transitions feel a lot more natural. The background shifting with the scenery that sort of shifts out and into place.
Mm-hmm.
After about 10, 15-ish minutes of the first act beginning to unfold, I know Maverick said he had to go potty, but I need all 5 of you that aren't in the play, so everyone but Brett, I need all of you to make intelligence saving throws.
God, I'm nervous. And your faces. Let's go, team. Are you gigging?
I'm scared.
I don't feel good. I don't feel safe.
Ooh.
I really don't feel safe.
I really don't either.
Can you guys not follow along with the play? Is that what's happening?
Wait.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Oh,
Also,
man. Aelody and Marius.
When appropriate, I would use minor illusion to make all the clapping sound way louder.
And or like the laughing or anything like that.
I'll just put it like in the center. So yeah, they don't know.
I love that.
Oh man. I don't like this.
I do, because I feel like I got good roll.
So all of you, as the play is underway, again, it's introducing a few of the other princes, a few of the other settings, all of these champions that will vie for the dragon's throne after the great king's passing. And all of you immediately begin to hear this low ringing in your ears. Slowly grows over the course of 6 seconds before it's in your head. And all of you take...
Oh no.
My God.
Are you farting kidding me, guys? That's why we have contingent. Dude, what if they're all evil? We have to fight everyone in here.
Everyone in here.
Oh my God.
That could have been...
That's scary.
That
could have been a
5d10?
lot. All of
That
you
could've
take
been a lot.
16 psychic damage.
What the fuck?
And everyone besides Marius and Aelity, you are immediately gone.
What?
From your point of view, you are no longer in this place. Kellen, for you, you are standing in your brother's room. And it's not exactly like the very last time you saw it. It's like the time you saw it with your brother. His body there on display as you're frozen in place, seeing this terrible sight. And as you look at your hands, you see they're younger. And for Gale, you that loud ringing, you sort of grab your head and the surrounding goes silent. You're no longer in the theater. But you're in your room. It's cold outside, snow blowing on the window. You're lying in your bed. And you can hear, you think downstairs, shouting, yelling. This is all too familiar. They're fighting again. You just want to get away from it and you're stuck. And for Koski, that loud ringing fades. You are no longer in the theater. You're standing in the center of your village. It's on fire. Bodies line everything around you. Blood. It smells. This can't be real, but it's you're here. How are you here? And Marius and Aelity, as that like ringing gets loud and subsides, probably both looking at each other, looking at your other friends, and they are like just staring forward like zombies.
It's me and Aelity.
Yeah, you and Aelity.
I have dark vision. I don't know. It looks like does it look like anybody else is in a trance or heard that?
Give me a perception check.
Ooh. It's hard to see the back. Everybody's just looking forward.
An 8. You start looking around. And all of a sudden you kind of like cough a little, like like a tickle in your throat. It gets a little bit harder. I need you and Aelity to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. Are they just gonna kill everybody in here? What the fuck is happening?
Wait, hold on.
That's pretty good.
I'm gonna wait. Do I have to? Okay. I don't know if it doesn't say I have to. Doesn't say I have to say I'm gonna use it before I know. So I guess I'll see if I pass first.
Oh, you turn that like favorite of the gods.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I can wait to see if I fail or not.
Yeah, if you fail a saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh, sick. I can't
Yeah.
wait.
So with a 14 and a 16, these are both failures from Aelity and Marius.
It'll be a failure. That's 2d4. Far 17.
17 does not make it.
My body.
So
My
close.
body.
You get like a tickle in your throat. And you look back, and Aelidy's kind of doing the same thing. And the next thing you know, it's hard to breathe. You try to gasp for air, and you open your mouth, and water begins to trickle out. You're trying to fight against it.
Oh my.
Both you and Aelidy at the moment are considered drowning.
What the fuck?
A suffocating creature cannot speak or perform verbal spell components. It can hold its breath and therefore can survive for a number of rounds equal to its constitution modifier. What's your constitution modifier, Marius?
Oh, so I can't use this.
It
Yeah.
requires verbal
Is it verbal?
components.
My constitution modifier?
Yes.
2.
2.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Aelidy's is a 3.
Aelity doesn't have to. Oh no, never mind. Sorry.
Oh wait. Wait.
Why did we come back in, Kellen?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can you subtle spell?
Ooh.
Yeah, subtle
you
spell would
can.
work.
You can indeed use subtle spell.
Oh my
So
god,
it's
I
one
forgot you
spiritual
had that
point.
too.
Holy
I know I did
Oh.
too. It's like- Okay, so I want to do
What?
subtle spell, lesser restoration. And can I misty step out?
I mean, yeah, you can Misty Step. I think you have to see where you're going with Misty Step.
Do I? I was
I
looking.
think so.
Oh,
think
Oh,
so.
that you
that might
can
be one.
see.
I mean, hey, it would get you to the door. You know, that'd save you some movement.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I'll do that. Less restoration, and then I'll misty step to the door. That'd be like the vibe. However it plays out, you know, if I gotta wait.
But the door's shut, so we don't know.
Well, it's worth a shot.
You
So
gotta try
pop a Misty
something.
Step.
Yeah.
Is that a spell? Is that a spell or a spell scroll?
It is a spell,
Got you.
but I do have a scroll. So if like one just didn't work, he'd use the other if that was the vibe. But otherwise he did use the spell.
I know you're good.
Okay.
You action lesser restoration, bonus action just appear 30 feet back, basically in the hallway leading to the door.
Yeah. If I can do 2 spells like that.
Yeah. You're fine. At least in this, this is kind of weird, wonky.
Yeah.
There's no one bearing down on you guys, especially with your perception. You couldn't see anyone going for you, and you're still maybe spitting out the last bit of water as you get into this hallway.
Oh, the door's opened?
Well, there's a little hallway that leads to the actual main hallway.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I
there's,
see.
and again, it's just 30 feet, so it's not like he's out in the main hallway. But so my Aelidy, oh man, what does she do?
I hate
Sorry,
this so
Lily,
much.
I can't. I was so torn.
I have to pilot a character through this myself.
I didn't think I'd have to go through this.
Do you want me to run Aelity?
No, you're good. I'll at least do this, and then I'll hand it off to you. She will. And she's still spitting up some water. That has verbal. Oh, so she couldn't even do that. Wait, she's a sorcerer? No, she's a warlock. Never mind.
Yeah,
I'm a liar.
she's a warlock.
I'm a giant liar. She's gonna stand up and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's just gonna like basically run over here, like spitting up water to you, Marius. She has no idea what's happening.
Out of my
She
new
like
tux.
looks around this place, and she is still considered drowning.
Could I use my movement to
anybody-
run down the hall?
I mean, like, sure, thematically, if you wanted to like get to the door and open it, you could.
Yeah. That's...
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would have ran and not used Misty Step. Ran. Or I would just ran if I could.
Reacting to them. Well, mostly Aelody since he just poofed.
I mean, nothing super disruptive. Again, like luckily, like Aelody probably coughs up a little bit and probably looks around and is immediately standing up to leave, seeing Marius just like out of reality. But Aelody's just like walking over there. Brett, we'll say at this point you're on stage. You come back out. Give me a perception check with disadvantage.
Oh man.
You got those stage lights working against you.
Come on, power of friendship.
Oh
Oh, man.
god.
Double sixes.
It's a fate roll.
He's just like, Mary said
Everything was fine.
And you look out, and it's just hard to even like tell where your friends even are. You're assuming they're still back there. The lights up here kind of bright.
Why didn't I send a message to Brett? I didn't want to freak him out, but I should have.
And the play continues to tinkle on. And for our three stuck in their boxes, go ahead and make intelligence saving throws for me.
Every time I look, I just double check, and I'm like, I have nothing I can add
Sorry,
to
that
this.
was
There's nothing I can do.
Roll. This is Mikoski's. Oh.
I have a bad feeling about this 17.
All of you stuck in your various boxes. Gail, it's like you're a kid again as you're like here, probably getting on your sheets. You maybe like look and you're in your like favorite nightgown as a kid. You're smaller. It's like just the shouting becomes almost more inhuman downstairs. Kellen, you're sitting here in this room just like locked, looking at your brother, just like you were when you were a kid. Koski standing amongst the slaughtered, burning village. All of you take 2 psychic damage as you are stuck in these spaces.
Okay, low roll, slow roll.
I was worried it was going to be another 5d10.
Do you have any particular actions for the three of you guys? Again, we're not really in like a turn order as in combat like is happening but isn't happening.
I'm gonna open my door. I'm gonna walk up to the door and open it.
As you get out of bed and begin to move to the edge, go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw.
I'm sick of this fighting.
Oh. As you begin to like move to the edge of your door, like moving to go downstairs, there's this pulse in your head. Take another 2 psychic damage, and you like begin to writhe. You hear banging on the door, the shouting at the door, and you can't even help it. You immediately retreat back to your bed.
Yep. Back under the covers.
Kellen, any particular action you want to do trapped in this space, standing in the doorway looking into your brother's
I mean,
room?
it's a lot like it was for Kellen the first time that he saw it, and it's playing out a lot like it does for him, like, you know, in his memories of it and his dreams of it. And he starts running forward, and he starts looking back, and he just starts shouting as loud as he can for help. But it feels like nobody can hear him. It feels like nothing's coming out, and it feels like no matter how fast he tries to run, like the hallway just continues to stretch and stretch and stretch.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw, my good sir.
Ugh.
But just like you said, it stretches and stretches and stretches. As you take 10 psychic damage, it just pulses
no!
throughout.
Wait, no, where's the 2? Come back.
Yeah, and tears are just like streaming down his eyes and stuff, and poor boy.
What about Koski? What is he doing here in the remains
weirdly
of
enough,
his village?
very similar to Kellen, but this is a new vision for him. He's running forward into the burning village to take a look around. And as he's calling out and screaming for people, he just hears this really loud ringing in his ears.
Give me a wisdom saving throw, Koski.
My characters are not good at these.
Come on. Oh, flat.
17.
17 again.
So thankfully, the DC for the wisdom save is different. And Koski, as you're running, searching, it begins to almost break at the seams. Begin to see threads and tethers, and you almost get mad. You grab your axe and just instinctively swing as you're brought back. You immediately begin to hear like the roar of the crowd laughing at a joke that just happened, and as you're brought back here in the theater all of a sudden.
As Koski comes to, he kind of stands up really quickly, and he just instinctively grabs Gale and Kellen and starts heading to the door, just carrying them.
Give me a athletics check.
He's a big, strong boy.
He's a big, strong boy. You do carry a lot of bits.
And I weigh 5 pounds. I'm just hot air, right?
Oh
no.
It's
It's dead weight. That's the issue.
Well, it's probably Koski goes to stand up and all the psychic damage just surges and he gets lightheaded and it just has to sit back down to recompose himself as he's just seeing stars, black and white bops throughout his vision.
Oof. He stood up too quick.
It's cutting to Marius as you push through the doors. There's probably one of those the sort of guard security just standing outside the door. It doesn't pay you a whole lot of mind as you open up the door.
How close is Ailey?
She's probably 10, 20 feet away.
Okay. Well, I guess if that's working, can I see her coughing up water?
Probably, yeah. I see you're trying to keep it down, basically, not trying to spit it up all over the place.
I can cast that with a level 3, right? I don't get any benefit, but I can up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll do another lesser restoration. Run over, do that.
Oh, thanks, man.
I don't know what's going on. Just stay by the door, see if you can get past, and I'll kind of just play between the door and everyone else. Does that make sense? Can I still see him over there?
Yeah, you can kind of see over some of the heads. Again, they didn't want to put tokens all over here, but every seat's filled. It's a full house. But over a couple of heads, you could see you probably could see Koski go to stand up and have to sit back down and grab his head. You just see like Gale and Kellen still just like sitting almost like slack jaw at this point, just staring forward. I won't even make you roll any perception, but you probably see like a little bit of blood trickling out of like Kellen and Gale's ear. Like they've been taking damage.
There's some coming out my nose now.
Can Koski try one more thing really quick?
Go for it.
He's gonna take out his bone flute and put it right in between their ears. And not loudly enough for anybody else to hear, but just loudly enough for them to hear. He's gonna try to snap them out of it with this.
Ooh, that's fair. We'll say as you're going to do that, we'll give them one last try to break it before you do that. Like as Koski's like going to like blow the flute, we sort of cut back. Probably seeing Brett on stage at this point, and maybe there is this like glimpse where once you get out of like some of the direct light on the side stage, maybe you do see some of your friends, and like some of them are like heading towards the door. You see like Koski like moving up in between Gale and Kellen, who are just enamored in the show. It's hard to tell. But cutting back to Gale, was your again childhood room back in bed under the covers.
Under the covers, there's the banging at the door and the yelling, but at this point it's like it's the sound, even though like the door is physically moving from the banging, the sound sounds like it's coming from like inside the room now, like almost above her, like in under the sheets. She's just screaming like, stop it, stop it, stop it.
Give me an intelligence saving throw with advantage.
A 12.
12. And you're just like screaming, yelling for it to stop, and it gets louder. The bed begins to rumble a little bit.
She does the thing that she was known for as a child, where did that unending high-pitched scream because she has unending breath.
You take 1 point of psychic damage.
She's like a little fucking banshee.
And that's just at the start of your turn. So is there anything you wanted to do on your turn?
I don't know if I can cast spells at all in this at all, but like I think instinctively she'd like look at the door and like just like scream again, but this time it'd like let off like a shatter at the door. If that would be like her in her reaction. Like I don't know if it actually happens. But...
You're gonna cast shatter in this building.
No. Koski didn't swing a weapon when he came out. It's fine.
Well, yeah, I'm not expecting it to happen in like reality. More just I don't even know if that's possible in this state. You know, like
yeah, but you're going for it. That's your motive, basically.
Yeah, that would be her instinct. That was the word I was looking for.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw with advantage. A 17. You probably like throw the covers up. You probably stand up on your shaking bed, the yelling and rumbling of everything, and you know, little Gale just like reaches out for the door, and there's this momentary of just like nothing's happening until you just like pick up your scream to like a whole new notch, and you just let out this volt of thunder, and you immediately pop back. You like almost like move in your seat as the noise of the theater just sort of goes in full motion from like 0 to 60 for you. The screaming, rumbling, stopping as you're back in your seat. And we'll cut to Kellen running down your former childhood house's hallways. They've stretched and expanded beyond an imaginable length as you are running as hard as you can. Give me an intelligence saving throw with advantage.
Oh.
You're trying your hardest. The floor underneath your feet begins to almost turn into like sand. It's beginning to get harder to run as it's somehow shifting underneath your feet, almost breaking apart and splintering. Take 5 points of psychic damage. I don't know what the D6 was for.
Oh, I didn't even notice that at first.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from, but 5 points of psychic
Lord.
damage. Give me a wisdom saving throw with advantage as you are pushing on. You probably have to like get on all fours as like gravity begins working against you. You're like pushing past this illusion as hard as you can, but instead of the reality warping like to splinter and leave, it begins to warp and distort, like swirling
Yeah, I feel like
around
the
you.
sand's just swallowing him. Like it's too real for him. It's yeah, it's a lot.
You take 7 points of psychic damage as you begin to get swallowed by the sand that the ground has turned into.
And as like anybody that's looking at Kellen, so I guess Koski and Gil, I assume that at this point, blood is starting to pour out of all of the orifices on Kellen's face. He's at 18 health.
Oh god.
It's hot.
Oh god.
And Gail, you look and see Koski beginning to like ready the flute to play by Kellen's like bleeding ear.
I'm gonna just grab his hand and subtle spell, try and dispel magic.
Ooh, what level are you casting it at?
I'm doing this at. Fuck it. Yeah, I have an extra one to burn now. I've leveled up. Let's do it at 4th level.
4th level.
Take off that sorcery point.
Can you roll me a, what is it? Just an ability saving throw for your spellcasting ability? Because this is over a 4th level.
Spellcasting ability. Oh.
I see 10 plus.
I feel like I did the math on this wrong last time, now that I'm reading it.
That's okay.
I added a +6 because I was like spellcasting ability. It's my spell attack bonus. That's not the same thing. I'm pretty sure this is just asking
like
for my
charisma
charisma
modifier.
mod, basically, right?
Oh, that's fair, yeah. Because it's
Is
just an ability
is that
check. Yeah.
how it? That's how that's saying it, right? Make an ability
Yeah.
check using your spellcasting ability.
So go ahead and make me just a charisma check.
So yeah.
DC is going to be 16. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
Do you have inspiration?
I mean, yeah, you may have an inspiration still.
If you're desperate.
And it is an ability check if that helps any of your features.
Yeah, I was like, I don't have the inspiration still. I used that, but I do have magical guidance. I will burn another sorcery point.
Oh, yeah.
Got this. He's got to roll higher than a 10.
Oh my god.
This. Fuck!
Natural 1.
It's too far gone. Too far in it.
And I don't have healing word right now.
You reach out and like touch your friend trying to dispel the magic, and as you let out your almost like white air like magic that subtly just like seeps into the wounds, not enough to like cause a scene or anything. Luckily it's discreet enough at this point still. But as soon as you press it in, you can see there's like a shimmer over Kellen's form. And not just like his skin, but his clothing. Like there's a layer around him and it repels the effect. See this very minor, almost multicolored purple layer around him that sparks for just the split second as your dispel fails and then dissipates non-visible again.
Koski's blowing the flute. flute and
blowing the
beer.
flute. So I need is it performance check? Or are you trying to
I'm
frighten
just
him
trying
with
to
the effect?
fucking snap him out of it. Like, if the frightened thing will snap him out of it, I'll do that. Shit.
Can I run in there?
Yeah. I mean, as far as like turn order, you would be good to at least like get in here and see that Gale's up. Kellen is like bloody nosed, ears bleeding, just like slack jaw staring at the stage.
I'll hold my hand up, be like, wait, and then I'll press digitation, clean him up, and I'll be like, Gale, help me carry him out. And then do that, like, excuse me, pardon me, so sorry. He's a little whatever. And then as we're going, give him cure wounds.
Okay. And easy enough. Prestidigitation, clean him up as you kind of Gale helps you, probably like Koski standing up, helping to at least get like the weight up.
And then, kind of do that, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, just like, ooh, might be drinking. And then if I can, on our way of shuffling through everybody, when we get to like here, just shoot a message to Brett. Just like, things aren't good. Try and get out if you can. And that's it. If anybody is going to stop me or go on.
Did you say things are or aren't?
Aren't. Things are not good. Get out of this if you can. I'll come find you. And then, yeah, basically, as he's doing that, turns the corner. And then once we're like in the hallway and I could talk, I would just be like, Koski, whatever we're going to do, we got to do it like away from everybody.
I was only going to affect Blue Boy here.
Oh, well, it looked like you were really going to play this flute.
I can
was
choose
just a little
split
worried.
effect, and I was just going to blow in his ear.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'll put it like his arm around me, and if any guards, anybody looks, I'll just be like, a little too much. We'll find a corner that we can set him down in, or take him outside if we can. That's the real goal. I want to take him outside.
Yeah, I think we need to just like
I feel
get
like this
out
is
of
taking
here.
a very long time,
That's
and
fair.
Kellen should still be rolling stuff. Okay.
I gave you 12
we'll
health.
get there. We'll get there one thing at a time. As you're leaving the actual theater, everyone besides Kellen and Brett, go ahead and give me perception checks. And again, this is like as Kellen's being gotten up, heading to the hall. Marius like shooting a message out over to Kellen to Brett.
It's supposed to be Koski's roll.
Ooh, poor Koski. Luckily Marius with the natural 20. As you give Brett the message, Brett, as you're like on stage, probably hearing the message, you probably look over, can see the blurry visages of your friends beginning to leave. If you still have those stage lights in your eyes. But for Marius, as you look over, you can see that Yuri Arneza on the left, Agus Colazo, and this other unknown figure up to the right. All three of them would be looking at the group of you. All of them in their own various ways looking kind of smug.
I might give them each their own little quick glance before I disappear. Like, I see you.
Wait, before they leave my line of sight, can I see them well enough to cast a spell?
I mean, that would be a very noticeable spell to cast in the middle of the play.
Purple.
Do I have to shout? I can't just like whisper to myself.
I mean, I got heals. I popped one on him. That mud we get outside.
Okay,
I mean,
if I can't do it subtly, then I'll.
Well, also,
they said get out if you can. So.
Well, what I'll say is you can do it. It's just there will be a chance of it being noticed. Is what I probably should have said.
And I mean, I honestly think this is more just a scare tactic. Like they're just trying to fuck with us right now.
I don't know.
Okay. Live your best.
I think Kellen might really hardly disagree with you on that one.
Callan's passed out. He doesn't get a say right now.
I'm gonna go for it. And he'll just try to disguise it as like a cough or I don't know.
You can give me a performance with disadvantage or a sleight of hand with a slightly lower DC. It's more like, do you want to incorporate this into like a hopeful like line or bit or scene work, or is this like, I'm just going to drift to the back of this scene, cast this real quick, and then drift back to my actual spot?
Yeah, I'll go for the second one.
Give me a sleight of hand.
Hey.
19, easy enough. As you drift to the back of the scene and manage to cast the spell, the effects are like they don't like zip through the air, but the magic like finds its targets, and they would have these small little sparks that heal up their wounds.
Okay.
Damn.
Healing. Nice.
We all got 6 health?
Yep. All you guys would be within range. All of you heal 6 health. As you guys are making your way out, Kellen healing, we'll cut to Kellen's dream. Go ahead and give me an intelligence saving throw with advantage, my good sir.
I forget about the 12 health I gave you.
I think he did. I think
Yes,
he got
I
all of it
did.
added.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Natural 20.
We didn't have to wake him up with fear.
I was gonna try another dispel magic if you didn't.
Oh, smart.
And as you're running, that sand begins to like swell around you, and a voice comes into your ear. I guess we'll have to kill one of you to send a message. And as the sand is beginning to like fill your mouth, Kellen, kind of like pulling yourself up just to be able to like say anything or even think something, what would your response be?
Well, so how far have I been swallowed by the sand?
You tell me, because you could always have like struggled your way
I feel
back
like he's got like one arm out and like maybe his like his head, and he's still reaching up, and as the person does that, he just screams out, "Oh yeah, well fuck you!"
And as you say that, you feel this warmth in the center of your chest. And it begins to glow, an actual glow, bright white. Not like the bright white that like overtook your vision with the ringing. This one is warm. This one feels good. It feels right. And just a split second later, it envelops the space, and you open your eyes as you're being carried through the front lobby of the theater, like basically at the front door. Like a few of the guards, like giving a few looks. The barkeep, Grimby, probably gives a shout. I guess that one's on me. Sorry about that, boss.
Yeah, no, I think he actually like may have ate something, allergy thing. It's fine. As I'm like trying to subtly wipe the blood away from my from my nose, like
a few of the like guard and securities probably just like giving like grins and like little chuckles and just sort of returning to their like moseying about or just like standing idly by as you guys make your way out into the kind of brisk night again. Like summer is basically here at this point.
Once we get there, I'm gonna go hustle to get Brett.
And go hustle like around the back or something like that.
Yeah, is it like a side door, back door for these actors?
I mean, probably.
That's where I'm hustling to.
What about everyone else? Are you just leaving them?
Well, I'd be like, we gotta
I
get
think-
Brett, you know, and he's just gonna take off. So if they need a chill, he can. If they
I
wanna
mean,
come.
I think that Kellen's like kind of sitting there coughing up blood.
Everything's about you.
I think Koski would suggest that he stay here with the group and just watch them, and maybe you go grab Brett, just so nobody gets in your way.
I'm already ready.
Uh,
I gotta find Bubba.
Aelity probably looks. Gale, you look a little beat up. Stay with Koski. I'll keep an eye on Marius.
yeah, sure. I can't. Ow, my head.
Dun, 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 dun.
And like probably like 5-10ish feet behind you as again there's like still some people hanging around this place, so you guys probably just like go around the long way, that way like no security are like, hey, what are you doing over there? But I'm assuming Gale, Kellen, and Koski, are you guys
Yeah,
like
I
going
think
back to
that-
the house,
No, I
or
think
just
that
like
at
hanging
this
out
point,
at the front?
Koski would figure that they're not safe, and so he would pick up Kellen and probably like kind of like cradle Gale and like lead him back to the house.
Smart. Koski beginning to head out again. There's still like some people hanging around the front of this place. The heavy like crowd of gawking town folk is like very thinned out at this point. You guys managed to head on the course heading back to the house as Marius and Aelity like head around to the backside. As our scene will sort of pan back to the interior, seeing Brett on stage, hearing that your friends are leaving. One of your big scenes in here in Act 1 is beginning to come up. Give me another performance check here. This is one of your like big where some of the princes have gathered and the king is on his deathbed, and you're one of the ones that rallies some of the good princes to like herald for the throne like early and to go about it diplomatically and not to fight each other.
Performance. We'll say he got his primer ready for the scene. He is a little probably distracted. Like he's wondering why his friends got up. He's a professional. Let's see how he does.
The show must go on.
My boy.
24.
Hey.
Let's
So
go.
worried for Brett.
I'll say he doesn't bother to use it.
It's fair. As you get up for probably, again, you didn't have a ton of lines, but this is like what could be considered your monologue, basically, where you get like a paragraph ish to like rally some of the other princes to your side and like to the right cause. Even though you know damn well you die about in the middle of Act 2.
Wait, can I? I would like to use it, and I want to try to catch Elle's eye.
Ooh,
I'm
okay.
speaking to her.
Okay.
Listen to the words of the Flame Prince number 3. Let them speak to your heart.
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage as well.
Okay.
Because again, you're pretty well disguised up there, to be fair.
Oh, I kind of assumed they knew this was me, but if they haven't figured it out yet, that'd be really nice. You said disadvantage?
You've had no inkling that they know who you are.
Cool.
No one else has. I mean, as far as everyone else knows, they were focused on the 5 of them.
Not terrible.
And during like one of your scenes where it's like you're sort of calling out to the group, you like sort of like push that out more towards the audience and just like make your eye contact with like Elle's booth. It's kind of hard to tell, but you see the figure like kind of tilt their head a little bit. And they're like lean in. And as you turn back, finish the scene, you give the dramatic lines on how we shouldn't have infighting. You must hold strong. Your morals are the only thing that can guide you out of dark days to come. And it's just very inspirational. And the other princes like sort of get behind it. And the scene sort of begins to shift to the other princes as you and the quote unquote good princes head off stage. The scenery magically whooms off to the side, the background shifting, new scenery coming out, setting off to that backstage. Your Tabaxi buddy probably comes over, gives you like a fist bump. Killing it out there. You're doing so good.
Thanks, man. I am like feeling kind of sick though. Can you how much time do I have for the next scene? Do you think I can like
I mean,
like,
yeah, you're kind of like done-ish for Act 1 for the most part. Like there are like one or two scenes where like you maybe should be there, but you could probably not be there, and it's not, you're not like a frontward facing character. It's just like in the background of a scene while some of the other princes like have a moment to like talk to each other and like steal their morals.
I'm gonna find my understudy.
What's this understudy's name? Let's flesh him out real time, just real quick.
Bartholomew.
Jimmy,
my boy.
Jimmy. We'll say Jimmy is like a half sea elf.
JG.
He has probably at this point like had to like dye his hair, like probably not permanent dye, or maybe it's just like a magical spell even. But it's like a very similar crimsony red flamey color to yours, and it's probably like a little bit of like an updo. He's all like costumed out, like at the ready. Like as you come over, doing a great job out there, number one.
Thanks, number two, but this is your time.
What?
I don't feel well and I have to go immediately. You've got this. I believe in you.
Oh gods. Okay, wait, what scene are we on?
Oh god. Great start. Good question, number two. Paige.
And you probably spend like a little bit of time like, we just got this, remember you come in on this side, and just like giving him a confidence boost. And we'll say with your help he's able to sort of like, okay, all right, I got it, all right, if you feel better, feel free to come back in, tag me out.
Absolutely.
And it's probably at that point, you probably head to a side door. I would just take a random shot in the dark, or are you trying to head back out like through the front, or are you trying to just stay in the back?
No, I'm trying to dip. I don't want the director to get mad at me.
Smart. You go out, like as soon as you go to the side door and like throw it open, you probably see Marius there standing with his like unlocking key in hand is that he was about to use, and like Aelides behind him. You guys are just face to face in this doorway.
Marius, I got it out as quick as I could.
Okay, thank God. You were great in there, by the way. An awesome show. It seemed like everyone, it was a good turnout. But
thanks for my monologue, but it's fine.
What
happened? They're probably like heading back.
Yeah, you guys are probably.
I can't imagine
like,
we're standing here.
Yeah, I imagine it's like the minute it's like, oh hey, it's just like immediately on the move, like back down this like back alley around the like back side of the building, basically.
Casual fast walk.
Yep. And then I would just clue in Brett, like, once we start walking. So, Elle came down and her mom is there, and she's like, I just want to apologize. And then kind of told him off. Just I went to talk to everybody, and I was like, blah blah blah, find us here. She's like, not gonna happen. And then as the show started, it's just a horrible ringing sound hit, and I shook it off, but the other one seemed to be entranced. And then me and Elodie started drowning. And that, and then Kellen just kept bleeding out of his, like, all his orifices stuff. And he does that weird tentacle thing. He's not helping himself, so we managed to get him out of there too and healed up a bit. But speaking of which, and then I'll open my book and just write to Kellen, you sending, to see like, hey, where'd you guys go?
Yeah, we just
to link back up.
He carried me back home. Just kind of chilling.
Perfect. We have Brett on our way. And then I'll put my book away. Hopefully he doesn't
Keep
say
that
anything
bread.
because I won't read it.
Hey,
You've
Marius, I've actually been really meaning to ask you this super personal question.
You're
And
a
if you
great fan.
don't
I can
answer
tell
me
you
back,
anything.
I'm
I
gonna
just-
take this as you hate me forever and ever.
Fine.
and we'd watch Aelity, Marius, and Brett, sort of like fast walk their way around the backside of the Tailspin Theater, heading to the home. Kind of probably once you're like out of sight of the theater, I'd imagine you probably pick it up just a little bit. You're not like sprinting, but it's like, casual going through.
I would keep an eye out though.
I don't need to be disruptive, but I will go ahead and take this opportunity
To be disruptive.
Ooh, smart.
10 points.
Smart.
Make sure we're not being followed. Well, you're not being followed.
Mhm. But yes.
I love it. Give me a perception check with advantage just on the travel over.
Oh, I didn't realize you.
Shit's crazy.
Hey.
20.
Hey.
20. Keeping an eye out on the move. You guys feel confident. You're not seeing anything invisible following you. Nothing visible following you either, thankfully, as you guys head through the streets. And maybe with a little bit of, taking the long way, winding a little bit just in case, not seeing anyone tailing you. Managing to get back to the house, walking in, probably seeing Gail and Kellen in the more like comfy chairs kind of off to the side of the actual like dining room table. Koski probably like standing there just like inspecting their like heads, because I mean there probably was some blood, like they're not gushing blood, but like I mean there was like mental wounds. It was gnarly.
Very curious. Koski saw a burning village. What did others see while entranced?
Aelity probably just boasts as they walk in. I didn't see shit. You guys saw stuff?
Yeah, I just
Oh,
heard
yes.
a horrible ringing noise. And then almost
Hell.
drowned,
Well,
but
see,
that was
when
about it.
Koski heard horrible ringing noise in ears, he was transported to village, but village was on fire. And then Koski ran into village and start screaming for people, but Koski could only hear loud ringing in his ear. And then all of a sudden, Koski yell out as loud as he can and grab axe and start swinging. And I tore through, and all of a sudden I was back. And I just see Gil and Kellen still kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Because I didn't know if it's like an area of effect thing, so I was just trying to get out of it. But
Same. Me and Marius started like coughing up water. It felt like I was drowning, honestly.
Oh,
it was not fun.
I mean, I was just back at home. Looking back on it now is it's weirdly, well, I guess it wasn't exactly nice, but
Out because I They said
not
they were
now,
gonna
just
kill
in
me to
general.
fucking send a message.
Just a general.
I mean, you're here though, so that's good. Unless you mean like they're gonna come find you like now and kill you. Is that what you're saying?
No.
That's
That was the
terrifying.
last thing I heard before I woke up.
Well,
No,
it
I mean,
sounds like they didn't like that they couldn't find us before. And like if they already know we're here and stuff, maybe we should just like get out of town and wait somewhere else and then ask the ship to come there. And then that way, if they attack us, we can actually fight back instead of like me still being in a plague, for example.
well, we definitely none of us expected to be attacked in there. I did not think like that's totally just fucking rude for one.
Okay, but what they attack us here, or they attack you at your convenience store, or they attack, like what? How we?
Well, yeah, like you, I'm saying I agree. Like I think we just need to get out of here. 'Cause they clearly know we're here, probably even in this house now.
I was gonna say something about that. Right. So all of us have these magic tattoos, Koski, that make it so they can't just like spy on us and stuff. You don't happen to have something like that?
Also, Koski have question.
What's up?
Koski's question is, so original plan was Koski go down to Renda to spy on these individuals. I think they are aware of who Koski is now. No?
Yeah, I don't think that'll really work anymore.
Yeah. Sorry about that, buddy. But I mean, if you don't have to be a part of this. You can head out on a boat.
Koski feel like he
tomorrow.
kind of wrapped up in this anyway now.
I just want you to feel stuck. We have like a history, with Al.
I mean,
attacked our friend, and
Yeah,
if
like
you
honestly, at this point, if you disassociate from us and like just never speak to us again, you'll probably be safe.
It's fine. We'd understand if you
well,
were pillaged.
you say Koski no have tattoo, so these individuals able to track Koski, no? So Koski not safe by himself, no?
I
Well,
mean,
but
I don't mean to be that person, but
Yeah.
we're not safe if you're here, right?
yeah,
You
it's more
track all-
us that's attracting putting a target on your back. If you don't involve yourself with us, then there's no target.
I mean, they just met you for the first time today.
Yeah, she even said that. She was like, I have no idea who you are, but
I have your name in the book.
I mean, I feel like they know who Koski is. I feel like they tried to kill Koski anyway. Maybe we commune with Saloon about.
You guys and your gods. Okay, they're not going to do anything. You think they're going to come down here and stop these guys from killing innocent people? I don't think the gods are going to do that.
I mean, as far as I'm aware of my little bit of knowledge, that's kind of like their whole thing is that's like a rule that they all agreed on that they can't
All right.
do that.
You pray to your deities. I'll pray to mine. He'll stand up. He'll be a little firm with it. Like it. So could do anything. You shut your mouth.
I didn't mean to offend you. I'm sorry. It's just have a new take on the divine. A lot for me.
I understand bad pacts. They understand it better than anybody. But I mean, it doesn't hurt. Maybe we just move our stuff down here. We'll sleep here tonight and head out, or I don't know what you guys want to game plan. But maybe you think about it, and we'll just commune out back, and it'll just be Koski.
I mean, again, I don't want to be that person, but I think when I said we're not safe, I was being more selfish than you guys thought.
You
If they
like,
can track Koski
right
and
now.
track one of us, they can track all of us.
Yeah, I think this is like,
But they're at
no offense, I love you, bud, but
they're
like
at the play
for
right
your
now.
safety and ours, I
No
think you
community.
need to leave.
No saloon. No Koski.
Sorry, there was a lot of conversations going on at one time.
Oh God.
A bit.
We came to the conclusion that we need to leave Koski behind tonight. Basically what we all just implied.
Well, that's what A-Lady was implying. She was also knowingly saying it very selfishly. She
I think
understands what she's saying.
I was
Ayla-
I think
took it like a
that
future.
Koski would just step outside and he would just kind of sit down, just plants his axe into the ground like he normally does, and he would just kind of look up at the stars and the moon. He would just take a
Quick, now's our
He would
chance.
just take a minute, and he would probably just kind of look up and stare for a little bit, and then he would, while everybody else is talking on the inside, he would take his 14 platinum and his 17 gold, and the full red slot hide he had been carrying around and folded up and just put it on the back porch and just kind of slink off.
No,
Aw.
Koski. But I love him.
Our
I didn't
people
like seeing him
had
disappear.
gone.
That
Yeah,
hurt.
that hurt.
Too soon?
Ugh, way too soon. You could
I
have
didn't
given
even
us a
see him
second.
walk out the door.
Some emotional
Yeah,
whiplash
you
for
didn't
you.
even let
Where's
him
the long,
move.
sad piano song?
Kellen. Jeez, some characters just keep leaving without a word.
He thought about
I'm gonna develop
what
an
Aelity said,
attachment.
and you were right. And he also remembered that Marius has his name in his book, and so if Marius wants to know, he knows how to get a hold of him.
Mayor's probably be inside, just like, all right, guys, like, let's just go get all our stuff. We'll get packed up, and we'll meet back here, and then we'll just say goodbye to Koski. Or we'll figure that out.
I mean, should we like stay at like a tavern or something like that? I mean, we still have 2 days till Captain Casper should be here, right?
I say we message him to.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll wait. Is there a window I can just look out that make life easier?
I would say looking out front, yeah, there'd probably be like a window.
Okay, perfect.
I know our little rendition here doesn't do a good job of showing windows or where they are.
I should have to do something jinky the door. All right, fine.
Yeah.
Then me and Granite in our matching suits will look out the window.
Keep an eye. Give me a perception check there, Marius.
Give myself guidance.
Yeah, you can give yourself guidance.
I'm the greatest in the world.
Easy enough with the 19. Keeping an eye out the front. You're feeling pretty confident. While Marius and assumingly Koski are on watch, is everyone else just like packing up stuff essentially? Is that the vibe?
I mean, I'm messaging Captain.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Totally forgot.
No worries.
Just throw everything in that bougie bag of holding and we get like Smart House. Just kick it all on the floor.
Smart House, yeah.
I mean, yeah, Gail's just packing.
They're gonna be like, she's late again today, isn't she? Oh no, she's not coming back.
Yeah, at this point, I think she's just like, I'm not even gonna bother.
I love it. What does you casting sending look like, Brett? I don't know if we've ever talked about that. We've never had to. What's the flavor? Or is it just, a spell?
It's a shoe phone.
It's a shoe.
Some spells can just be a little arcane going off.
He takes his shoe off.
Hello? Fire phone, thank you very much.
A fire phone, that's so cute.
You pull your ponytail of fire up to your mouth. Hello.
Hello? I get terrible reception here. Hello. I'll have to think about it. I'm typing out his message right now, so we'll see if something cooks in my head while I figure that out.
I got you. We'll say Aelity probably goes up and packs a few odds and ends. Probably helps grabs like some like rations or extra food lying around.
Is Phineas around?
The bird, yeah, he's up in Aelity's room probably.
Well, I want to see him. I want to see if I can talk to him.
Ooh, good to know.
Obviously, he can do like whatever. But
yeah, I mean, he's again, she's probably like packing and stuff. I mean, you guys got time, especially if you're leaving tonight. Wait, are you guys leaving or are you bedding down here? I guess I also forgot to double check that.
Mary's wanted to bed down. They said leave. So
yeah, I was like, we didn't really decide. Gail's vote was find out what direction the captain's coming from and head out as soon as like we're ready.
Oh, like head out of town. Okay.
Yeah, like she wants to get the fuck out of here.
I mean,
Mary.
Brett also thinks we should leave town because it's just harder to defend yourself in public.
Mary's just really wanted to see what the captain had to say before he bases it.
Well, what sort of message do you want him to, like, what do you want him to say?
Hey, cat, hey, we need to leave as urgently as possible. How far out are you?
How far out and what direction are you so that we can meet you sooner?
Or what town is he over right now currently? Maybe we could take a boat. Yeah. Spend a day getting closer and they travel a day and then it's 1 instead of 2 kind of vibe.
Yeah. Meet him halfway. Well, it's not going to be halfway because we're
Maybe he had favorable winds. He's like, yeah, I'm here right now. I'm at the play. He's like, fuck.
Where are you guys at?
Where are you guys at? You should be here.
I was in the box seats with these lovely green-haired halflings.
Oh my God.
Kept standing up and getting there.
Yeah, they left
Distracted.
randomly at one point, but
And whatever else Brett wants to throw on that.
It's
Yeah,
25
whatever you
words,
can.
right? What is it?
yeah, 25 words.
Okay, I typed out 24. So the message is, hey, we need to leave as urgently as possible. Where can we meet you? How far away are you? We were attacked in public.
Yikes.
Yeah. By the gods. By the end of the day tomorrow, we'll be at the point of Port Starsail's island. You can head north up coast.
Excellent. I think you had one more word if you happen to want it. But yeah.
If I had one more, if I miscounted, up it'd be up east coast. Which you guys are loosely familiar with the East Coast. You guys traveled up it a little bit further up when you guys went to go track down the Slod. So from what it sounds like, it's kind of like get out of town, head to that East Coast as soon as you can, and travel up north. So like loosely the path you guys kind of traveled previously. And going off what he's
the point of the island.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like if you guys like get out of town, travel like north like a day, you'll basically be able to get picked up like at the end of that day of travel loosely.
Perfect.
Because I mean, he probably couldn't fully elaborate, but you get the feeling they may like push through the night sort of thing, like going forward. So yeah, hopefully we'll be here a little sooner than expected, even than they were initially planning.
Hooray! I'll relay the news. Let everyone know.
That sounds perfect. We can find a place in the wilderness where we won't be in sight of anybody and they don't know where we are. Spend the night there, spend the rest of tomorrow running. Well, traveling. Yeah,
we'll just hoof it as far out as we can tonight. Keep a watch. Keep a move on.
I think once we're ready, Aelity, you still got invisibility?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, I can cover everyone else. We all leave invisibly. Hopefully with that and our tattoos, we are untrackable.
Okay.
It seemed to work pretty well for me in that fight with Garther.
Well, I gotta say bye to Koshki.
Like, point.
Yeah, we should let him know.
I mean, yeah, he's up back. I think. Can I? I mean, I could get a few people with mine. I mean, if you want to split up invisibility responsibilities, and like Aelity's probably haggling with Gale over like who can invisible who.
I mean, yeah, that I would have to use like my last like big spell for the day to get everyone. So I mean, if you want to take someone off my hands, that helps. I got way more of those.
I got you. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of like magic usage in a day, but mine comes back pretty quick. You know, little rest, and it's ba-ba-bum.
I could definitely get 3 of us 3 times, and then 4 of us 1 more time.
It's fair. And this would count as like a loose short rest, maybe. If anyone wants to roll hit dice, I'll let you do that as well.
Hell yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. Am I doing math wrong?
Who's to say?
What is math
1,
even?
2, I can get 3 of us 1 time, 2 of us 3 times. My bad. I was adding an extra in there. Because invisibility would just be 1, and then 3rd level would be 2, and then 4th level would be 3.
Okay, so you get 3. Aelity gets 2.
Yeah.
That works. Aelity will roll some hit dice. She took some bops and some booms.
Does Warlock get spells back on a short rest?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I would just get.
That's what she was kind of implying as well with Aelity, that it's like, because I think because what level warlock are you?
5.
Yes, I think you have 2 spell slots. You have 2 spell slots that come back on a short rest. I think they're probably level 2 or level 3 at level 5.
Yeah, I'm still at 2. It's like 3rd level.
Oh, the 3rd level? Yeah. I mean, Aelity's still at 2 spell slots as well, if that makes you feel any better.
It takes a while. I was trying to see when you actually get it. I think a 3rd is 11. But I just get those back, right?
Yeah, on a short rest, you get those guys.
Okay.
What is happening?
And then I'll use my hit die.
A 1 hit dice, max hit dice.
Is that right?
Marius casually drops max hit dice.
Did I perfectly heal?
What? Like it's hard?
I just do this.
I just did. Just-
All
My
right.
friends drowned to death in the audience while I'm performing on stage. I don't think I could ever live that down.
That would be tragic.
I'd imagine. So is Marius heading over to the back door to go get or Koski? I imagine.
Yeah.
Aelidy's probably going over to Kellen and is like, "I call Kellen too invisible, by the way. Just gonna call dibs."
Okay.
And opening up that back door and looking around, you don't see Koski. You do see what looks like a bundle of some like kind of gross familiar leathers that haven't been cured or dried, but they're there
There's
like in a
also
little bundle.
a little note.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh,
On top of
like
it.
on top of the bundle or inside the bundle?
Did you say he left his money?
Yeah, didn't you say? Yeah, you left your gold and silver.
Yeah.
Well, what else? Did you leave
Platinum.
Did you just
Okay.
leave all your money? What's wrong with Koski?
He's a man of God.
All right. I guess Mary should scoop up the bundle, maybe press the digitation the leather a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then bring it all inside, and just set it on the table and be like, "I didn't see Koski, but I found this like bundle, and I guess there's a note. I'll pick it up." To my strange friends.
Yeah, so it reads,
fair,
"To my
he's a little
strange friends, it was a pleasure to meet all of you. Thank you for the time that we were able to spend together. But I figured what Aelidy said was right, and that you were in more danger with me than without me. And so I decided to take my leave. Marius is still able to contact me at any given point. And thank you for showing me that friendship has its ups and downs, and how to be a good friend in a roundabout way. I will never forget you. What I saw of your performance was incredible. I love you all. Whiskey."
Koski.
Oh, and may Saloon forever guide you.
I think Saloon's a bad influence. You guys keep running.
Should have given me your axe at least. I'll pull out my book and just write Saloon's blessings to Koski.
Aw.
No.
For a second, I thought you were erasing his name and putting.
Immediately erases Koski's name. Well, done with him.
Kellen in here twice. We can.
So that feels right.
And then I lied. I wanted to set up one other thing. The recipe for the spell binding, whatever tattoo.
Oh yeah, the non-detection tattoo.
Mm-hmm. So Sleuth's blessings, and then I'll just have like this.
E equals MC squared minus pi over the circumference.
A couple messages to convey.
Well, you know, like,
hey, you could bare minimum be like, hey, if you get these components and like you please find someone, or if you happen to know how to do this, you can do this thing that we do to keep ourselves hidden.
Yeah, essentially.
At least get him the tools to where he can go figure it out on his own, sort of vibe.
It's one of Excellent's blessings. If you find $1,000 in diamonds,
hey, you never know. It's Koski.
But no, he would check in throughout and probably dump it on it at some point.
I love it. We'll say
split up his money and all his stuff.
That's right.
How much he left?
How much money in bits were left behind, Sirkowski?
Pieces of gold and 44 pieces of platinum.
He was filthy rich.
114.
Plus how much gold?
114.
144? Or 14. Sorry. I wasn't trying to cheat.
There's a lot of fours, don't worry.
So that'd be like 22.8 between each of us.
He has 554 gold. I just converted it all to gold.
554.
Yeah, 44 platinum and like 10 each.
That's 110. With a little extra.
How much is there for everybody? Is there 5 of us?
Yeah, if we split it
There
evenly,
is. I'm missing Penny. That's right. Elodie. I'm looking at
that'd
the
be
chat.
110.8.
Give myself a little 4 gold tip.
So 110 gold?
Yeah.
Everyone adds 110 gold pieces to their inventory. Ailey's at 420. Let's fucking go. She won. Ailey won D&D.
You're the winner.
I think that Kellen would just kind of whisper under his breath, so this is what it feels like.
Ailey probably looks over. Yeah, this is what we
sucks.
felt like. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Are you talking about
Oh,
like
no,
the
that
getting
part was
handed
awesome.
money?
But just somebody's
No,
like,
someone leaving.
Oh, someone leaving with the note.
Oh, the leaving. Duh,
Yeah, it took me a second too.
Yeah, at least when I was going to leave, I was going to tell you all.
He left a
At
lovely
dinner
note.
over surf and turf.
At this point, it's the third time it's happened. I like whatever.
Oh no, Gil's becoming jaded.
No
We know
time.
why he did it though this time. It
Yeah,
makes
at
sense.
least this time we had talked about it beforehand, so it wasn't that surprising. Looking at both of you.
What? I didn't even leave anywhere.
Oh, no, you being like words, Kellen and Ailey.
Oh, thank God.
I mean, he
Mary's
did
just
it
got a
for
ticket.
our best interest. I think that's pretty damn noble. I'll give him that. I couldn't have done that. I'll say that much. I would have stayed with you guys. We would have figured it out.
No. Kellen goes to Renda, and a few weeks later, they know where we are.
This is all my fault. Speaking of which, how the
didn't say all
fuck
your
did they know
fault.
that it was you guys?
I thought you were disguised.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it was that fucking guy. What's his name? Aggle? He was looking at us, and I think he was letting everyone know what was going on.
Oh no, he definitely was. I just don't know how he knew it was us.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Well, if he did detect magic and we did disguise self, we would just be like glowing brightly.
Well,
Everyone
some
was-
people
everyone
aren't
was
fooled
glowing.
by stuff like
the
that.
A name, and he starts piecing things together, and he remembers the Colazo name. He runs to find the letters again, and he pulls up the last one, and he's like, "A Colazo, God fucking damn it!"
Yeah, I think it's the husband, you guys.
Does anyone know his fucking name?
Agus.
Yeah, I mean, Brett let us know. I mean, it was kind of last minute. He probably should have led with that one when we were talking to you.
Oh, I just forgot, to be honest.
That's fair. You had a lot going on. You did really good.
Speaking
Thank
of which,
you.
who's
I
the-
practiced really
who's
hard.
the other creepy white-haired
Yeah, you
fuck
did.
with the glowy purple bullshit that Gail saw?
Yeah. He was
Yeah,
looking at us a lot.
He probably was one of the people that fucked with us.
No,
Oh, that makes sense.
I have no basis on this, but there's no other reason somebody would be staring at us, and I can only imagine maybe they somehow know how to do subtle
it was
spell. Like
Elle
I
and her
finally figured out
mom.
how
It
to
was
do.
Elle and her mom, and we
What
didn't know
guy?
it.
There were like 4 people staring at us. Any one of them could have been it. Well, I mean, I guess because of the 2 different effects going on, it was definitely 2 of them. There's no one person who could do all of that.
Imagine if they could. That would be terrifying.
Yeah, so Gail's like, oh god, I hope not.
Well, we're not safe here. We're
Dude.
leaving. I think we're
Are we
setting
hiking
out.
to the north side? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we gotta hit the road.
Oh, we're going
But
through
we're going
east
to the
side.
lizard side, right?
The lizard side's the west side. East side's the side that you guys went up with
Okay.
Koski. Find the slot.
Onward and upward then.
It was kind of like Rocky Beach, right? A little bit.
Yeah, a lot of it is like a rocky shore.
Yeah.
Luckily, you guys have seen the Dragonfly Spelljammer ship land on rocky shores before. When you guys were first picked up by it, actually. It probably
Hooray.
feels a lot like this moment you guys are going through right now.
No, I'm triggered.
Alright, so let's gather up like what's not like what's easily travels food wise. Make whatever we can for like something like a good meal for tonight that we can eat once we like settle in, but
What? We're going all night, aren't we?
That's kind of what I was going to say. I didn't want to be that person again to pop the bubble.
I mean, we can't. I'm not sleeping.
Yeah, we
I'd
can't
rather
fucking risk
sleep somewhere
it.
that
We're
has
gonna
walls.
fucking die. How many times have we
Really
almost
so.
died?
We just go at a good pace, right? But
Not
we
that many.
survived.
we
Kellen,
still need
I
a bit
think-
of food at least. So let's.
I got some hard
Yeah, we
rations
can.
from the last time.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think we were prepping it.
Because like I'm all ready to go. She's got her bags.
Yeah, same with Aelody. She's all packed up.
The last thing really is the kitchen. So. Gail's gonna go figure out some easy carry ration stuff that we can take.
Give me a survival check. I'll give you advantage since you're familiar with this kitchen. I mean, you guys have lived here for like 2 months.
I grabbed all the sprouting potatoes.
Yum.
God, double eights.
Oh, you do manage to make some food. It is not very tasty, but you used as many ingredients as you could. You got everything. Everything is in these guys. It's
got protein, it's got veg, it's got
Yeah, cinnamon cheese is an interesting choice.
Look, I'm trying here, okay?
Yeah, I was just stick with those rations I bought last time.
Yeah, I mean, we already have the stuff we readied for the travel,
Kind of
so.
smells gross, Gail. I'm not gonna lie.
Read that.
Is that ketchup?
I'm sure it's.
Shut up.
Aelody probably moves over and like looks at him and probably like swallows hard and like smiles at you, Gail. They look so good. I have to eat them right now. And she'll like grab it and she'll take a big bite and she'll do deception check. A 16. She like chews and swallows hard. That's so delicious, Gail. Thank you so much.
You don't. It's okay. You don't have to say that.
No, they're great. I'm not even lying.
How could she like this?
I have a passive perception of 18. I don't know.
Yeah, the check.
Mine's 12. Brett believes you.
Yeah.
They're good, guys. Trust me. Don't eat them. Don't eat them right now. Eat them on the road. Don't eat them right now. We'll eat them on the road. It'll be so great.
I'm gonna take a bite.
It's fine. It doesn't have to taste good. It just has to give us sustenance.
Oh no.
He hasn't eaten in 500 years.
God,
What have you done?
Poisoned him, Gail.
You don't
Sorry,
have to be
Gail.
serious.
I think it's just the stress of the day. I'll be all right. I shouldn't eat right now. Just I don't do well when I'm emotional. So it's not your food.
This one I buy. With a 24 deception.
I'll press digitation up to throw up.
Oh god, I love that. Packing up our freshly made rations with the other like random rations that we had about. Everyone getting the last of their bits and bobs they choose to keep from this place. You guys all setting out from your home, assuming like locking the door and everything behind you, all that good stuff. Like make sure all the windows are locked. I'm just assuming you guys just do that sort of pass through the house. Like, okay, we're as safe as we could be.
One less button down, and then maybe do all the invisibility right in the foyer.
Brett, can you cast?
Smart.
You want to do that check invisibility
leave the key
thing one more
somewhere
time,
or
Brett?
something.
Just like make sure that. Okay.
Yeah, I did imagine he would be doing that.
Yeah, we need to cast invisibility before we actually exit the house.
And then maybe we should all like walk like
How
10
are
or
we
so
gonna be
feet
able to
apart, just in case.
Yeah, how are we gonna be able to tell
we're
that
gonna
we're 10
lose
feet
each
apart?
other, right?
Yeah, we need to
Don't we all
hold
know
on
where
to
we're
each other.
going?
Oh wait, I could keep track of you guys. And Aelity like boom detects magic. Oh wait, shit. If I'm I can't do this.
Yeah.
And shit.
All right, never mind.
Never mind. She like turns it off.
It's like, man, we'll just get blasted.
We just gotta hold hands. Just stay together. That's what we've been trying to learn, right? Stay together.
Give wide berth. Do not try and we can't try and like snip through people. We're gonna lose each other.
Okay, well, it's important who's at the front of the train because they're the one driving.
How long has it been, and how long was that show supposed to be?
The first act wrapped up probably just like a little bit after you guys like made your way out, maybe another like 15-20 minutes, like getting close to like 40-ish minutes for that first act. The first intermission about 10 minutes, and then loosely another like hour and 20-ish minutes, maybe like an hour of minutes. Like it's close to like a 2-ish hour play, like collectively with all of the or all of the two intermissions.
Yeah. So if we live right now, there's the play's still going.
Yeah, even with your guys like short rest of like an hour, you guys probably still got some time, like until the theater lets out.
Cool.
If they stay for the whole thing,
we shouldn't have too much. So yeah, somebody should detect invisibility, and then I say we just head out.
Okay. Well, Brett in the middle. I mean, if he's going to be the one detecting invisibility, he should either be in the middle or close to the front or close to the back. But the middle seems right because then we're all in his purview equally.
Yeah, who's leading?
Grace is the leader. So he gets the lead. Yay! Lead the train. You lead the train.
I'll lead.
Yeah, Robin. Yeah.
Who's got the best set of eyes here? That's what we should be focusing on. I mean, I'm not trying to shame you, Marius, but who feels most confident in leading? I know we want to pick Marius because it just makes sense.
Investigate things.
5.
Pretty good.
Oh, I've got
5 perception and dark vision.
0 perception, so
That's
definitely
great.
not me.
Yeah, it is kind of getting to nighttime, isn't it? Like
it's like nighttime.
Because
the show started at dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't have dark vision, so I probably shouldn't lead.
Anyone who doesn't have dark vision should hold the hands of someone who does have dark vision.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
No one has dark vision.
So
Wait,
Brett has dark vision.
Who has the detect invisibility?
Brett.
Do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Who's the only who doesn't?
It might just be me.
Yeah, I mean, I used to not be able to, but now that I got Phineas here, and like Phineas is probably like on her shoulder.
Okay, so we'll have, I guess, Marius in the lead, me second, Brett in the middle, and then Kellen or Aelity. I don't know how you guys want to.
Should we have Brett up front with me so he can see you? If we're running
Yeah,
into
Brett will
anything?
be second,
Dylan
and
won't
he'll
be in
hold
the-
your hand so that you're
Dylan
behind
will be in the
him.
rear then.
First time ever
we're-
holding hands. This is
Well, Brett's just
exciting.
holding her hand because she can't see.
Or we should all hold hands so we just don't lose each
No,
other. Right?
Marius was saying it's the first time Brett and him have held hands.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well,
That's
yeah.
exciting.
Or I
of
guess we could
Yeah.
use ropes.
Yeah, I don't
Wait,
know. I
would
like
the
the
ropes be
hand-holding
visible?
better.
Probably not. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that's
The
just
rope-
fine.
course.
Oh yeah, I don't actually. I think the rope might be visible. I don't know. I haven't done this.
Man, I really hope somebody doesn't like to spill it. Just
Brett's
walking
just
in this.
gonna take responsibility for corralling the cats. You know, if anyone looks like they're wandering in the wrong
Meandering off.
direction,
Mhm.
yeah, like he'll tell the group, okay, right here. Okay, we're going straight. Ready, guys? Cross the street. So everyone here, let's go. And like he'll tell you, he'll be like the lifeguard at the pool on the slide. You know, like he tells you when it's safe to do the next thing.
Uh-huh.
So I'll
Okay,
just
everyone's
keep.
here. Marius, where are we going?
I'll just keep up message with him, so we keep it silent.
Okay,
Um,
but they won't know, and they can't see. He can't like motion to them, so he'll have to speak out loud for them to know that we're all moving, right?
How about we
And
just
where we're going.
squeeze a hand to stop and squeeze it twice to go, and everybody just passes it down.
But go where? You know what I'm saying?
What?
Yeah, that doesn't convey direction at all.
Well, I know where we're going. I don't need a guide. Are we holding hands?
Well, okay, we're following you,
Yeah.
and then we're all invisible. So how are they supposed to follow you if they can't see you?
So we're all holding hands.
Well, yeah,
just
we are all
said that.
holding
Okay, so
hands.
Okay, I didn't realize we were all
Oh, we're all
holding hands. I
holding
thought
hands.
only
Oh,
the
sorry.
people who
Yeah,
didn't
we
have
went
dark
back.
vision were
Don't
holding
lie.
hands. So
Oh.
okay, we're all
Maybe
holding
not.
hands, and it makes sense.
In the human chain, we were gonna make sure that it was like every other, just in case.
Okay.
Yeah. But apparently it's just Gale, so.
Yeah.
While we're getting together and we're going back over the plan again, and Gale's gonna take in a deep breath and gain back a 4th level spell, just in case. So I have 2 casts of this invisibility for 3 people.
Nice.
I literally had 6 sorcery points left, so.
Are you a wizard?
Damn.
At the end of it all, though, we should have. I would pass on the rally point,
Yeah.
like just in case anyone gets separated. This is where we're meeting.
Yeah, maybe there's some significant tree on the north side of town or something. An old
Maybe, like,
building,
outside the city gates.
a weird rock.
Yeah, like right outside. All we'd have to do is just 5 check. Yeah,
Mhm.
we have that in there. And then if Brett says it's clear, then we'd roll out.
Autobots, roll out.
Well, Audible.
Thinking of ludicrous roll out, but I agree that's
Same vibe, okay. All right, so Brett's see invisibility would sort of surge in that brief moment before you'd gain that extra sight. Aelity probably squeezing Kellen's hand and giving him a smile before they both go invisible as he's holding onto Gale's other hand.
And grab on to Brett and Marius. Well, I mean, I should probably touch Marius too. Just here, grab my hands.
okay.
Boom. Invisibility at 4th level.
I feel extra invisible.
Marius opening up the door a crack as you begin to leave the train. Everyone holding at least one hand to someone, beginning to lead him out the door. Is your goal here speed or stealth here, Mr. Marius?
Stealth.
Stealth. So everyone go ahead and give me stealth checks with advantage as you guys step out the door, shut it quietly, give it a lock, stowing the key in your pocket, probably Kellen, just being the last guy out.
So
You guys begin to walk away.
My thinking is they should all still be in the play. At least most of the people.
Okay.
Man, we
wait.
needed that advantage.
Yeah, seriously. All these rolls that got dropped besides like that 14.
Yeah.
We've had some
Been a
low
rough
rolls
day.
today. It's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
It's been a narrative day.
As you guys begin leaving the house, beginning to wander up north through the northern gate here in Port Starsail. Brett, staying on the lookout, give me a perception check with advantage, since you have your sea invisibility up, giving you that good extra safety range.
Woo!
19. Feeling confident as you guys are moving through the city. No one is keeping an eye out. No one tailing you. Nothing invisible. Nothing that pings on your radar. You guys wind through the streets. Again, not moving terribly fast, but at a good enough pace. Probably having to pause every now and again for the occasional like person or crowd that comes around a corner, or like a large wagon just going down the center of the street, because I have to sort of hug some of the buildings as you continue forward. But after this little bit of adventure, you guys would hit that northern gate. Passing through, none the wiser, no guard or anyone on watch, giving a second glance, second look in your general direction as the chain of 5 begin to move down, or I should say really up, the path leading north, away from Port Starsail. You would know that this particular path would have a bit of a split at a point where you could basically go east or west. You all beginning to keep true, heading forward, and after that hour would fully elapse as you all would continue. No need to disengage, probably just keeping a safe distance as you get out of the full range of Port Starsail, and be maximizing that hour as much as you feel necessary. But eventually, you all would become visible. Probably a little bit of relief as you're outside of town. Nothing seems to be tracking you. Brett, keeping your 19 perception throughout, you felt confident. You didn't see anyone either looking at you guys, whether they be invisible or visible.
Cool. Let's pick up the pace.
All right.
Yeah.
We continue on forward. You guys said you're going through the night?
I think so. I think we're all pretty anxious to really give ourselves some space.
Fair enough. You guys progress on through the night. Who's sort of leading the general trek at this point? Who would be sort of our point man for our wilderness travel? As you guys are walking down a path still, you guys would know you have about a day outside where you could follow the path, or you guys could streak straight to the coast if that is the plan, in which case
Kellen's
you would have a little bit of wilderness
investigation
trek
is
to go
7.
through.
His survival is a 3. His nature is a 1.
I wasn't.
I think Brett's is also 2.
Be up front.
My survival's a 3. My nature's a 3. I got a lot of 3s.
Then we were all we've traveled this path before, right? Because it's the one we took.
Mm-hmm. And again, Kellen has it.
True. Yeah, you're the
but
only
you guys
one.
would know that, again, you could just follow this like path for a day to where you don't really need someone on point. But if you're going with the plan of just get to the coast and then go straight up it for the rest of your like time on foot, then you would have a little bit of wilderness where we would kind of need a point man. It's really just whatever track you guys want.
I think it's parent trail.
I was voting stick to the trail until we find like a really good place to step off the beaten path. But the sooner we leave the beaten path, the easier we are to identify. Whereas if we stay on the trail with all the other footpaths, you know?
Yeah. So we're hoofing another footpath. I think we want to put in some distance.
Think so. I think we're focused on distance.
I like it. As you guys press on through night, you guys may be beginning to feel it really begin to hit you again. You probably are taking like the occasional like 10-15 minute break. Continuing on. As the sun,
coffee.
yeah, I'd imagine coffee's coming in clutch at this point. Your endless decanter.
That's funny.
You guys continue on the path again, probably the safer route as well, especially through night. After several hours of just the arduous walk up this path that's heading north, the sun would begin to rise after a few hours, all of you knowing that, I mean, you just essentially traveled like 10, 11-ish hours, the sun fully up. You guys, just as sunrise begins to hit, do find it's not like an obvious footpath, but it looks like a well-traveled like path that does begin to head more west, like a northwest, like probably ending up on the coast, you would assume, unless it winds a lot, but it seems like a safe enough bet as you all take that side path. And are we pressing on through the entire day as well? Because you guys know that hopefully by the end of this day or the beginning of tomorrow, you should be meeting up with Captain Casper. I mean, just sort of depending on how everything goes.
Yeah, I think we just want to get
for it.
like to the spot and then maybe find a good spot to like camp up and
to like create a stronghold.
yeah, clean up footprints, all nine.
Fair. As the day continues to press on, the sun begins to come out. You all begin to feel the heat that sort of comes with a kind of loosely cloudless sky overhead, fairly clear. As you guys would press on through the sort of wilderness portion, who would be sort of our point man for this track? As you guys are kind of moving through wilderness, getting to the coast, and then just heading straight up the rest of the day.
Whatever you think the natural vibe would be. We just rotate out and go for it.
Gale, go
Gale
for
does
it.
know this way.
Thinking guidance.
Yes, so you can get advantage as well if Kellen would like to offer a help.
Mm-hmm. You gotta work together.
Guidance.
And bardic inspiration.
Let's go. True friendship.
Survival?
Advantage,
survival check.
And a D4.
That's actually pretty overpowered. We should do that all the time.
Also, I would reattune to my cloak instead of my primer.
Ooh, okay.
And a D4.
While we're walking. Woo!
Yeah,
20.
you got guidance.
And a D4?
You got some guidance from Marius.
Oh.
We're on this together.
Yeah.
23.
Nice. The help of your friends, Gale, with a 23 survival check, you follow the very loose path that you guys decided to take that deviates off the well-worn path that leads north from Port Starsail. You begin to follow it through some of this wilderness terrain. Again, the harsh jungle being very familiar once again, spending about a week traveling it last time. Maybe it's just like a rude reminder of like, oh God, please, so that we need to find this ship. So you guys would continue to press on after maybe only like an hour or two. You guys would finally get to the rocky shore coasts. And from that point, heading straight up north, it's a little more straightforward. Again, you're not fully surrounded by trees and foliage. You sort of have that off to your left-hand side as you're traveling up this coast. As the day begins to trickle on, does anyone have anything they'd like to do throughout the day, or just continue on till night and morning, hopefully reach out to Casper at some point?
Yeah, during all this travel, Gale has been just stuck on this thought of how the fuck did they find us? Aside from, well, I don't even know. I don't think Garther even had any suspicions, really. right? Like, there's no way he would have invited it. I don't know. That just seems fucking. But one thought she's had is like, she does bring up to Kellen, like, is there any chance you have
Elle
something
gave me?
that Elle gave you? Or any of us? Like, can anyone think of anything Elle may have given us? Maybe they're using something like that, like, to track us. Because they can't, they can't necessarily be casting scry on us. But maybe if we had something that they knew about or she gave us, you know.
I thought they just like recognized you guys past your disguises somehow. Cause like if they knew you're there, like why would they sit in their box and then come down and talk to you and then go back to their box? Like
It almost feels like they knew we were in the city beforehand.
well, but maybe that's because they were
Maybe.
suspicious about Garther.
I mean, Kellen, did you say anything
No, I
in
didn't say
Renda?
anything to them about us being in Port Starsail or anything like that. They didn't even know that I was
They
with
figure
you
out who
guys.
you are. They could follow.
I was alone in Renda, and
follow you
I'm
the
pretty sure nobody
old-fashioned
followed
way.
me. I'm pretty sure I checked. Not only that, but like if I had to guess, it's probably from what happened at Garther's office. Like Garther surely told Agus about the band of people that he hired to get this and he pulls out the flask of the phage permutation to get your baby gravy. There he is.
That's not what it was.
It's kind of a good point. I mean, I know you guys didn't see
Not a
it.
good
I mean,
point.
I'm sort of the one that caught him staring at us, but I mean, he was the one that caught on to us. I mean, yeah, he had to have either seen through what we were hiding or knew about us beforehand. I don't know which one makes more sense or which one makes less sense.
But why would Garther tell them about some random group of individuals that he got to help with the stage of his experiment? Like, I don't.
I mean, I also don't think we're taking into account the
whatever that
fucked up magic
what
is
I'm
they
trying
used
to
on you
say
guys.
is I don't think that Garther. So I think that like the Collazo family, because of their ties with everything, probably heard about what happened in Garther's office with us, and
and then asked like the university like about the group.
Yeah.
Which called themselves Team Snarl.
That one's on me. Look, that one's on me. I'll take it. I get it. And Aelidy's just like probably not making eye contact with anyone. She's like, I get it. I'll take it.
I think that that's maybe how, because like again, they attacked Koski, and Koski hasn't been a part of Team Snarl.
Well, and like not to bring up stuff you guys missed because of like bad things that happened and all, like that sounds really terrible. But when I was doing my really awesome monologue, like I didn't get interrupted, and like I swear I was even staring right at Elle, and like no one even knew that it was me.
Oh, that's a good point.
And nobody did
That's a
anything
good
to
point. I mean, they would have. I don't know.
So they
They
must
would
not
have
have recognized them. They must have not recognized them.
I mean, not that I noticed.
He's an A-lister. You never heard the talent.
So.
And didn't you say they said they didn't know where like me and Quent were?
Yes, maybe they did.
I mean, she did say something like that.
This is some really shitty happy.
I don't think that they're tracking us by anything that's on us. I don't think that they knew.
Because, like, sometimes people can see through disguised self. They have, like,
I don't think
fairy
that
vision
they
or
knew
whatever.
that we were there. I think that it was just happenstance that they happened to see through all of our weird shit. It was fake.
It was
What?
Faye. Wasn't he Faye? Wasn't he a Faye gentleman? Was he a dark elf?
He was a drow.
Drow?
Yeah.
Well, like the fairies, they can they're not fooled by magic, like that.
Yeah, maybe he has that. Well, that's a relief.
He did have a cool tattoo on his face.
He did. One of his eyes was kind of fucked up and milky. Yeah. That art I showed you guys, and I think I even described
I remembered
it too.
saying it in the description along with the milky eye. I just was like, he did actually bring that up, right?
I mean, if we only could have got close and seen what they were doing.
I just know. I mean, even from what we knew before, like it's very apparent they're working with the.
Yeah, I mean that's
Arnezes.
what I told you guys when I went.
I mean, yeah.
From Renda.
Well, okay. I mean, let me rephrase that. The Arnezes are working for them. That's what it felt like to me, because he gave them the order to move down to us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, I don't know if you told us that.
It all happened so fast. But that's why me and Kellen got up, was because I told him they're on the move. I thought the Arnezes were leaving, and then they walked down to us.
Speaking of which,
I
totally wanted to come and grab you guys before they got to you. And fucking Gail told me not to come and do that.
Well,
I mean,
it would have been fucking weird if we all just ran out as they were trying to walk up to us.
I mean, we all had
all
an
5 of us
emergency
had
when
an
you had to
emergency
carry me out of there.
Yeah, the cast was talking about that backstage.
So it's not like we made any less of a scene.
That's not good. But I mean, look, honestly, I don't know if you would even want to be there for that conversation.
It was
out of there
to avoid the
right,
conversation.
Mayor? I mean,
I wanted to grab them out of there.
To kill her.
Then I wanted to go back and kill her when you said that they were just sitting there.
Yeah, but then
Marius, tell them, speak up, tell them about Elle. Right? Am I just misremembering this? But her mom was a fucking, excuse my language, a cunt.
Oh, really?
I mean, her mom seemed to be the main driver behind the apology. Looking back on it, I mean, it may have been.
Well, it seems like the apple doesn't fall very far from the tree.
Well, she seemed a little repentant.
It seemed like she'd seen a
when
ghost.
She looks in the mirror after I kill her.
So I don't know if she thought.
I mean, I'm not trying to excuse anything she did, but I'm just trying to more kind of back you guys up in that. She didn't sound great when she messaged me back saying that we were in danger, and then we immediately got attacked. So
she warned us.
I didn't think it was immediate though.
It was as soon as that I got that.
The danger hit hard. I thought she meant in general, we should leave town, not leave immediately.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought we'd be. I was like, oh shit, are we gonna is something gonna happen after this play when we try and leave? And then no, it happened during the play.
Yeah, they didn't even wait for
I'm so
intermission.
sorry, Brett, that they ruined your play. I was looking so forward to seeing you. Okay, we know all about the hard work that you've been putting in. It's really sucks that you just had to leave.
Yeah. Maybe we should have just stayed away.
What? No, you guys said you were drowning or something? That sounds crazy. I'm glad you left, and And Jimmy's gonna do a good job. Like, cut to Jimmy. How's he doing? How's my boy Jimmy?
Give me a D20. The higher the roll, the better.
Come on,
he's doing.
Jimmy.
Come on, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
I
go,
believe in
Jimmy.
you.
Jimmy.
Let's go, Jimmy. Let's go.
Jimmy. Yeah.
Jimmy. Hey!
He's killing it. He is killing it. At this
Surprisingly.
point, he's probably doing like, I mean, at this literal point, it's like the next day, but like a flashback to like the play. He like was doing great in his death scene and like was a part of the musical number, and he was just doing great.
Oh, my boy. I believe in him. I trained him for this. I mean, this is sooner than we expected. I thought I'd get to do a couple of days, but, you know, players change, and I think we made the right decision. Like, imagine if I was just on stage and then, like, you guys didn't get out. That'd be funny. That it happened, but it didn't, so we're fine.
Gail wants to try and kind of remember back on all this, with all this discussion going on. Because I do remember I was one of the people that caught Agus looking at us initially. Did it seem like there was any particular individual that was catching his attention?
You can give me a
Mostly
history
trying to
check
think.
with,
She's like,
with
was he looking at me?
Give me a history check with disadvantage, my good sir. I'm trying to like recall back to that moment. Just think like, did he lock onto someone?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That is
He's
such a
after
story
you.
of highs and lows. A 19 dropped for a nat 1.
You have like a passing thought, like, was he just staring at me? Was he just looking at me? Maybe he was just looking
Oh
at
god. I'm not gonna say anything.
me. If there's no other points, you guys sort of have that conversation again throughout hard days travel. Again, no real like full rest or stop. We don't have to role play it out too much, but getting in loose touch with Captain Casper, he would glean that he'll be there within a handful of hours. So you guys know that you could basically continue on for about like 2-ish hours, and you'll get to hopefully where you guys should meet up, or you can basically stay put for 4 hours or so. You would rather just like take a bit of a rest.
Can't stop, won't stop. It's the Brett motto.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Gotta get his exercise in for the day.
All right, so you guys can. Everyone continue to press on. I need Constitution saving throws from everybody.
Oh man, we all faint. We're in the middle of nowhere, passed out. Even Marius, he doesn't need to sleep.
I need
Your-
to read
Hey!
Your
Hey.
hatred
Kellen
and
is
rage
feeling
still
good
just
with the
coursing
natural
through his
20.
veins.
Oh no, my
Okay.
Percy.
Yeah.
You guys are doing amazing. You got a 25 from Kellen, 17 from Marius,
Oh,
22 from Gail, a 23
yeah, we
from
want out of
Brett.
Dodge.
We're all just trying to get
Holy
the fuck out of here.
shit.
That adrenaline.
A respectable 15 from Aility. You guys would press on. The sun would begin to set. You guys begin to move on and on. The sun going down. And again, a few times over this day of traveling up the rocky coast, you've had to kind of cut inland and go back to the coast a few times. Not exactly a straight path, but straight enough to stay along the coast. And these last final 2 hours, maybe sort of wearing for some, Ailey and Marius maybe feel it a bit more. And Brett, Kellen, and Gail just pushing on through, whether you feel the pain or not. It's not even like a thought of like, ow, that hurts. It's just, this is part of the job now. Showing that everyone's grown a lot. I don't know if our students in their first year of Strixhaven would have been able to push through a night like this and go forward still.
I didn't expect that. Yeah.
Gail definitely wouldn't have.
And after about
Maybe your
2-ish
first time
hours,
going out in the jungle.
Even if she physically could have, she just like would have refused to.
Oh,
Mentally, yeah.
real quick,
Yeah.
Matt. One thing that I think
after
and I've had this thought for a while, but I think that at some point during this trek, and in Kellen's mind when he was about to die, he was thinking about Vors, and he was like, fuck, I'm gonna fill Vors. But so he checks in with Vors, but he also wants to know if Vors happens to know anything about planeswalkers or sparks.
Oh.
Roll 2 dice Aronies here.
Just 2 little dice. Whoa.
2 17s.
What it no. This is like the 5th time today where we've gotten double rolls.
That is true.
No,
We have
like
gotten
way
a lot
more
of
than 5.
doubles. We've gotten
Yeah,
a
it's
lot of doubles.
way
today.
more than usual today.
You probably have had this thought a few times in the back of your head, and finally this last course of travel, as you guys are traveling up this coast, the sun setting on what would essentially be the loose start of a second day of just straight travel for you guys, just almost nonstop. You finally just sort of cave and just sort of project the ring, almost like activating it slightly in a way of like acknowledgement. Feel the thrum of that presence in the back of your mind. And as you ask Vors, he probably ponders for a little bit. Plains walk. Yes. We had a different term for it. World Striders. But yes, it is what I and many of my kin aim to be, to aspire to. Those of us with the gift.
How do you activate the gift, Vors? If you have one.
This was the burden of World Striders. There are many different methods, though the most tried and true is trauma. Seeing something so unseeable it breaks your soul, causing the shell to shatter, letting the gift out.
Is there like another way of doing it?
Not that I've personally
So when
experienced.
You say trauma, you mean like physical, like emotional, like do I need to jump in lava or
It is different. Not everyone's breaking point is the same. If I may, you feel this like presence almost trying to like press deeper into your mind, but it's more like at your
he would
core,
allow
like at your
he
chest.
He would allow it.
You'd feel your chest sort of like light up a little bit, the presence in your body sort of shifting. The shell of your gift is cracked, fracturing throughout.
What?
You've seen a lot, but endured a lot. Unrelenting. Never heard of this, if I'm being honest.
Also, can you like what do we need to do to break the shell, Vors?
It's not quite that simple, my friend. Like as you're hearing that thought, there's like a kind of like a sweep of air as doing like a circular pass overhead is this Spelljammer ship that resembles a dragonfly, sort of doing this circle pass to begin to slow down and touch down on the rocky shore. It's just like kind of catching you all off guard loosely, this wind sweep that hits you in essentially the dead of night at this point, the sun fully set at this point.
What?
Is it? I mean, probably like as you're like having that thought, the ship does that pass. Vorse probably continues. Everyone's point of failure is different. You haven't hit rock bottom yet, and you should take comfort in that.
Okay. Well, I mean, thank you, Vors. I really appreciate the time. I gotta go. Our ride's here, but I will continue to check in with you. And love you, bud. I promise that we're gonna get you out of here. I promise. And he just kind of goes back. Uh-huh.
Like deactivates the ring. That little bit of thrum turns off. And it only takes like a minute or two. The Dragonfly ship is pretty fast, pretty agile as it sort of touches down. It's like almost like insectoid type wings, legs sort of unfurling as it touches down on the rocky coast. A little uneven as it's off center, but stays intact. Sort of lowers its abdomen down to the ground a little bit and sort of touches on the uneven, jagged shore. Sort of stepping out from up on top of the ship, you can see a familiar face. You can see Glenn. She would be this half elf with like silver, like almost like platinum silver hair, delicate features, almost like a heart shape to the face. Fine, like kind of like loose garb. And she would sort of be standing out on deck, waving what looks like this lantern, just like in the dark from the mildly lit up ship. Hey, you sorry sack, come get your asses on here. We gotta go.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, it's so good to see you guys.
Yeah, we gotta
Glad!
fucking go.
Yeah.
Gail's gonna like
Cheery
fly
waves
up
and
on the
drink.
ship. She's like, I'm done. I'm getting up on there now.
Oh, that's a new one. You could like go up in the air. You could just like kind of hop
Ooh,
around
Kellen would
last
do
time.
the.
Look at
Kellen wants to
you.
show off too.
Mhm.
Kellen would
Thanks.
a powered leap.
Ooh, hell yeah. Vroom, doing a jump up.
Parkour.
I have no one to impress. I
You
will
what?
be,
You don't
I will
wanna
wait to be,
you don't wanna bust out the wings
hoisted up.
there? Okay.
No.
They drop down that like rope ladder with like the wooden steps sort of like woven in. It's just like hard clanks down against the ship and onto the ground.
Clink, clink, clink.
Gail just wanted it to be over. She got on the ship before it even landed.
I didn't want anybody to feel lesser than because they couldn't just magically pop up on the ship.
All of you guys getting up on sort of the upper deck in your own ways. As soon as you're on board, Glenn would just like hard step down her foot. Pum, take us up, Cap. And the wings would sort of like come at attention. They never really sat in like a resting point like you've seen. They sort of stayed up. And the ship would begin to raise as the legs bring the abdomen up, and boom, it sort of pushes itself off with a bit more momentum than you guys were all expecting. Just for flavor, give me some deck saving throws for each of you guys.
Ooh.
DC isn't terrible, just to see if the quick takeoff catches you guys off.
Yeah, I was like, do I need to with flying?
I mean, if you're good, you're good. You tell me.
Yeah, I was like, I imagine she's just kind of hovering over the door, like holding the little
Well,
latch
yeah, Mary
open.
is.
Like, all right, everyone in.
His
Come
nat
on.
20 in for the day.
There
Hey.
he is. Ooh, all of you guys, everyone killing it. No one getting below a 17, and with a sort of like hovering gale. The ship would take off quick. Glenn probably holding on to the side banister up on like the little upper deck as the ship would boom take off in the air. All right, good to see you guys still have your air legs about you. Didn't expect anything less from you, hothead. And like points over at you, Brett.
He's like, yeah, I'm ready to start training again.
Oh, I bet you are, bud. I bet you are. Come on, let's get below deck. You guys look hungry
She's
as
like, "Oh, yeah."
shit.
Oh my god, I'm so tired. And My stomach will not stop growling.
Oh, by the way, Banthan ended up leaving, so you guys are gonna have to do with your own food or cook or whatever. Captain is kind of upset about that, but we've been managing.
Fuck.
Mm.
Not me.
Well,
Not it. Everyone just goes, thank you.
Yeah, I can give you a
I'll
hand. Man.
try my hand at cooking something. All right. Throw up some basic stews I used to make on the road.
Easy enough. I won't even make you roll for it. You guys did bring some ingredients, and the little kitchen here is like fairly well stocked as you go through and check for some random bits and ingredients and making some good stew. The ship beginning to ascend up and up and up. And those of you that would be, paying attention to the elevation, it's much different than last time. Even when you guys were traveling across Arcavios, you would usually stay either just above, just below, or even sometimes in the cloud line for a lot of your travels. But this time, after, not very long, honestly, maybe, 30, 45 minutes, the ship is moving a little faster than you guys recalled. Again, speed wasn't your guys' objective during your last course. This time it feels a little different. You can almost feel the thrum of the ship, that little bit of movement, just ever so slightly more this venture, this trip.
Kill the
captain. Kill the captain. What's that about? What? Aren't you making food?
Clearly, she's trying to kidnap us.
She? What is this?
Hey.
The captain's not there.
Whatever lady brought us up.
Agus Colazo sits in the captain's seat.
Yeah, like
no.
That would be fucked though.
That would be fucking crazy.
That'd be scary.
But each of you that would again pay attention for the next 30, 45 minutes while Marius is making some food, all of you maybe like kicking your feet up, maybe like relaxing, breathing for the first time in like 2-ish days, maybe.
Yeah.
You would notice you're breaking the cloud line, going up and up, and all of you would almost feel this ever so faint shift of atmosphere, just this little less like static in the air, almost as you guys would break atmosphere. And those of you that would look out, you would see that the dragonfly ship would be leaving the planet, leaving Arcavios. Some of you have probably planeswalked or like moved through different planes before, but this one just feels a little different.
I've never really done it like physically like this before.
Oh,
and that's where we'll go ahead and end our game for the day.
Oh man!
Right,
What a crazy day! What the hell?
What the hell?
Are you kidding me, dude?
Farting kidding me, dude?
I feel
How
so
did those
bad.
events get
I
interrupted?
feel so bad for me.
Why
Yeah,
can't
I
he just
know.
prove he's number one? He was number one.
Oh god, what a good game,
wild.
everyone. Holy shit. You
That's
guys are
super
back on board the
crazy.
Dragonfly.
Right?
I thought they were all just gonna die in the audience. I was so scared.
Yeah, I'm really glad I stayed for tonight. Don't know what Callum would have fucking done.
Came out of it.
Figured it. He would have been playing Koski right now.
No, it's fine. I cut off his skin and I wear like a coat. It's fine.
Hello.
Hello,
It's
your
me,
friend.
Kellen.
I am
I'm
Spellbound now.
Nah, it is me.
Hello,
Kellen.
I am Tiny
Hello, I
Blue
am
Boy.
the blue boy.
Oh my god. You like take the mask and the hood and it's just like super tiny.
He kills my brother.
Ew.
Prepare to die.
Mask like
The
barely
one
covers
thing,
your
that's the
nose.
one thing Koshki could do that would break Brett's heart.
Holy
Don't
shit.
screw my friend.
Don't fight my
Great.
friend.
Come on, Koshki, we have a line.
We have a line, Koshki, and that line is not skinning my friend.
I do with Swan, you say nothing. I do with Blue Boy, you get angry.
What's his
Potato,
difference?
potato.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Technically, the Slad's center, so his argument isn't as like.
Yeah, it's not. The difference is that this is our friend. Okay, that's the
Yeah.
difference.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Bye, Craig.
I'm glad
bye,
Craig
Craig.
got
Let's
that.
say bye to Craig
Bye,
real quick.
Craig.
Bye, Craig.